ESPN welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
In Kansas City for a rivalry in its sixth decade, two AFL originals. They played each other in their very first game, and they were great in that 60s, that one decade of the AFL. They have both had Hall of Famers in the most important positions. Coaches, innovators, Sid Gilman and Hank Stram, and the quarterbacks in Lenny Dawson, who helped open our show, and Dan Fouts, leading Air Coryell. Both franchises commonly found atop the division, especially of late. 7 of the last 8 AFC West titles, and including their one playoff meeting, they've played 103 times. Dead even, setting the stage for Chargers-Chiefs Act 104. And the backdrop is this extraordinary place, Arrowhead Stadium. They say it's the loudest stadium in the NFL. And when it's Halloween and a division rival, it's darn close to the best in the league. Philip Rivers and the Chargers battle the noise first. They've won the toss and will receive.
This crowd is ready tonight, fellas.
Richard Goodman back deep. Ryan Suckup ready to kick it off. Happy Halloween, Arrowhead style. Off we go from Kansas City. No return. Sixth year as the Chargers starter. Philip Rivers goes for win 60 here tonight.
Yeah, you can say his numbers are down. He's been hit a lot. He's had injuries to his supporting cast, but he is not happy with the way the Chargers played last week, and you will see the best of Philip Rivers tonight. This is one of the premier competitors in today's game.
Opening drive from the 20, and Matthews slips and falls. We have a false start right out of the gate. The noise factor of Arrowhead.
False start, number 73, offense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
Left tackle Marcus McNeil. John, you've coached here a lot. How much is the noise impact in this stadium?
Well, after you commit an offensive penalty, it's going to get a lot louder now, because now the crowd knows they're a big part of this football game. Just listen at home.
First and 15, Rivers back and fires sideline. Those tall receivers, Vincent Jackson tries to bring it in, incomplete. Ruley juggled as he was trying to go over the top of Brandon Flowers.
Well, Brandon Flowers at 5'10", and that press coverage from the line of scrimmage against Vincent Jackson, 6'5", does a heck of a job when the ball is in the air. You'll see it right here, close to the sideline. You see the height advantage of Jackson, but he is out of bounds right there. Flowers in good position.
8-inch height difference. Jackson 6'5". Flowers, AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week, 5'9". Second and 15, Ryan Matthews. Loss of a yard. Andy Studebaker, outside backer, chased him down. Offense going to be tested early here. They missed Mike Tolbert, as mentioned. So Matthews and Jacob Hester. Antonio Gates practiced as much this week as he has in the last year plus, Philip Rivers said. Jackson and Floyd, the receivers. Marcus McNeil bears watching. He has a neck injury. Tyrone Green starts for the Pro Bowler Chris Dealman, out with a concussion. So watch the left side of that line against that great Kansas City rushman in Tamba Ali.
And the crowd will help Tamba Ali get off on the ball. You'll see the Chargers probably have to go to some sort of silent count here to key the ball.
Ali coming off the right side. He's doubled. Rivers throwing for Floyd. Step for step, Flowers. 3 and out, San Diego.
Well, what do you want to see Brandon Flowers do in the first series of this game? He covers Jackson early, then he makes a tackle for a 3-yard loss. Now he says, I'll take you, Malcolm Floyd. I don't care how big these San Diego Charger receivers are. Brandon Flowers is ready to roll. He had 2 interceptions last week against the Raiders. What a start.
Javier Arenas is a game changer in the return game. Mike Cyphers, outstanding punter for San Diego. Great matchup on this side of the ball. Look at this bomb. 62 yards. Arenas in the 24. Well covered by San Diego special teams. Randy McMichael down there to help with the tackle, along with Niall Diggs, and veterans on special teams with the stop there. This is the 52nd NFL start from Matt Castle. Remember, he never got a shot at USC. Super sub for Tom Brady in 08. This now year 3 as the Kansas City starter, Ron.
And Mike, he brings strong veteran leadership to the Chiefs. You know, he's your prototypical NFL pocket passer. If you give him functional space to operate in, he will rip the defense apart. He's a rock-solid NFL quarterback that you can win with consistently.
#6'2", 238, Jackie Battle, big back, going nowhere. Steve Gregory tackles him. So it's been running back by committee. You'll see the big back battle, the speed of Dexter McCluster, and the veteran Thomas Jones, over 10,000 career yards. The receivers, Dwayne Bowe, he's the best threat Kansas City has, along with Steve Preston. And up front, Casey Wigman. You want to talk about the ultimate anchor man in the NFL? Casey Wigman hasn't missed a snap in the last decade. 10,502 in a row and counting. Rookie Jonathan Baldwin was in motion, and the pass is way high by Castle, looking for Bowe. Incomplete. So San Diego's defense would go for a 3-and-out. 6th straight game. They have no Luis Castillo. Their first-round pick, Corey Liuget, hitting the wall a little bit here as we get to the end of October. That's for the linebackers. Rookie Darrell Gamble replaces Sean Phillips on the edge. The veteran Takeo Spikes leading this group. In the secondary, Quentin Jammer just had good coverage. On the opposite side, it's Marcus Gilchrist. He replaces Antoine Cason, who when last seen was being torched for 3 touchdowns by Plexico Burress and the Jets a week ago. It's 3rd and 10, Kansas City. And Castle fires for a first down near midfield with the Chiefs' first-round pick out of Pittsburgh, Jonathan Baldwin.
That's nice design. Hard to get a 3rd and long conversion in this league, but Baldwin's going to come out of a tight alignment, and he's going to get a good release, and he's going to run right down the seam, and the ball's thrown perfectly by Matt Castle. And Baldwin is a guy they are very excited about. Their first-round draft choice last year from Pittsburgh. We saw him running around on the practice field. He looks the part. Great start for the youngster out of Pitt.
And John, normally you don't see that big 6'5" guy in the slot, but boy, Baldwin did a really good job.
This play was coming in late. There were communication issues from the sideline, and a false start is called.
False start, number 67, offense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
You know, Baldwin was hurt, missed the first 5 games, but look at some of the plays he made at Pitt. This kid can go up and get it. It's hard to even imagine some of these catches he made at Pittsburgh. Had some problems in the locker room, got in a fight with Thomas Jones, but this young man can go get the football. That's why he's here. Great start for John Baldwin.
After the false start cost him 5, Jackie Battle up the middle for only a yard. You mentioned got in trouble in the locker room. It's not a way to endear yourself as a rookie when you come in and get in a fight with 31-year-old, 10,000-yard rushing Thomas Jones. That's what happened. Baldwin broke his thumb, so he misses the rest of preseason. Misses the first 5 games this year. This is just his 2nd game. Guy who went to the same high school, Aliquippa in Pennsylvania, as Mike Ditka, Tony Dorsett, Darrell Revis. So he comes from good football stock. Got off to a bad start in the locker room, but trying to get it straight now. 2nd down, Battle. Looked like he was going to pitch that back to Castle for a Castle throw, but instead Battle goes forward and gets the penalty yards back.
Well, Donald Butler's got to make this tackle. You're going to see a run-through linebacker right through the A-gap between the guard and the center. He's got to wrap up and make this tackle, but that's what Battle brings to Kansas City, Mike. He can break tackles, and Todd Haley couldn't stop talking about yards after contact. That's an important statistic with this Chief football team.
Johns, that was a flea flicker.
It was a flea flicker.
Yeah.
The Chargers were very much aware of it. did a terrific job of staying at home.
Battle did a good job of holding on to the ball. Pressure on Castle, steps up in the pocket. There's Dwayne Bowe across the middle of the 23-yard line. A third down pickup of 26.
When you give Matt Castle functional space in the pocket, in other words, a good, clean pocket to throw from, where he can hang on that back leg, step up and deliver the football with accuracy and velocity, he's one of the best in the business. You see that strike to Dwayne Bowe right on the numbers.
So a third down pickup of 17 to Baldwin. Third down pickup of 26 to Bowe. And Thomas Jones is in 23. First down throw by Castle. Inbounds catch. Shy on the first down for Bowe. Chargers say no. And from the back judge comes in and says incomplete.
You know, you bring a receiver in short motion. A lot of the times these corners back off in their technique. That's what Jammer did that time.
Greg Steed, the back judge, comes in and ruled that no catch from his spot. Todd Haley has his guys upstairs watching it on replay. Also shown here on the big board. They just gave an ISO look on the big board that you saw at home. Todd is one who makes these decisions by his gut.
Kansas City.
To challenge or not. Doesn't wait for somebody upstairs to say you should challenge. So the Chiefs are going to take a timeout and think about what they want to do. 5 minutes gone to the first.
ESPN's Monday Night Football is brought to you by Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Here we go. And ESPNshop.com, where you can get all of your official NFL sideline gear.
Along with Green Bay and Buffalo, probably the best places in the NFL for tailgating. Here in Kansas City, all the fans have settled in. We watched that play again during the timeout, and as he goes to the ground, Bowe does not complete the catch. The ball rolls off of his body, so it's something they shouldn't and will not challenge. 2nd and 10 for the Chiefs. From the 23, Castle. Incomplete. Looking for Bowe again. The safety, Eric Weddle, with the coverage. Dwayne Bowe, Jaws, this is the main threat, the one game breaker in this Kansas City offense.
Well, he's the guy that Matt Castle looks to go to whenever he can get that one-on-one opportunity. He has big body. He can catch the football, averaging 17.1 yards per catch. He can go get the football. You get in this area of the field, it constricts. This is when Castle likes to look to Bowe, particularly if you're going to get a press coverage on the outside.
Better hurry up and get out of the huddle quicker. A lot of confusion early for the Chiefs tonight.
Dexter McCluster's the running back on 3rd and 10, and they moved early, 3rd and 15. But John, plays seem to be coming in slow. We've had that 3 times
Ball
already.
start, number 76, offense, 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
Well, you've got to get the personnel in earlier. You're going to use 3 receivers, 2 tight ends, 4 wideouts. What's the personnel? That has to be sent in first. That last play, Kerry Colbert came in late. When you rush things, you make mistakes.
Been a lot of conversation here. Who's exactly calling the plays? Bill Muir, the offensive coordinator's upstairs. Todd Haley's had his hands in the soup, cooking the plays. Jim Zorn, the quarterback coach, communicating into Castle's headset. 3rd and 15. Castle, again a 3rd down completion. This one won't pick up the first down as Baldwin is knocked out of bounds by another rookie, Marcus Gilchrist, at the 18-yard line, setting up about a 36-yard field goal attempt.
Baldwin is a big body guy. He can just go up and snag your football. You'll see him here once again in that tight position. Quick release to the outside and good body control to reach behind him and make that catch. It's a nice target for a quarterback.
Brian Suckup is the kicker out of South Carolina. He was Mr. Irrelevant in the 09 draft, the last guy taken. He's been a pretty good kicker these 2 years in Kansas City. From 36. First drive points, Kansas City. Chiefs with a couple of 3rd down conversions get on the board first. Chiefs score first. These teams met week 3 at Qualcomm in San Diego, a 3-point Charger win. Chiefs turned it over on a drive, trying to tie it in the final minute. That sent Kansas City to 0-3, where they've defeated Minnesota, Indianapolis, and the shutout at Oakland 28-0 with the 6 interceptions last week to get to 3-3. Jerry Goodman won't get a foot on it, a hand on it, I should say, off the foot of Suckup. And as the defense comes back out, Brandon Flowers, the reigning defensive player of the week.
Boy, I always wanted to draft this kid coming out of Virginia Tech. Everybody thought he was just a cover 2 corner. Well, he's turned into a heck of a bump and run defender. Here he is against Vincent Jackson. Then watch him come up and support the run. He will sting you. Physical corner. And then it's Malcolm Floyd on 3rd down. He has tremendous confidence. He leads the AFC in interceptions, 2 of them last week. Playmaker.
Rivers, a first down pass. Intercepted. Kendrick Lewis, the safety, who also had a pick 6 last week, to the 25-yard line. Andy Studebaker hit Rivers as he threw.
I think Flowers caused that interception. I really think Philip Rivers is looking for Vincent Jackson one-on-one against Flowers. And he's not open, and he's late to the inside, and he misses Antonio Gates. One-on-one coverage at the top of the screen. I really think Philip Rivers wants that one-on-one. He's late down the middle. He misses Gates. You could just say he just missed the throw as well. It's high.
John, as I've watched Philip Rivers this year, his ball control has not been good. You'll see it here. Gates comes on the in route. He's there, but the ball sails on Philip Rivers.
First down. Here's Dexter McCluster spinning and turning. Ball comes out. It's loose. Did San Diego get it right back? Quentin Jammer down there by the bottom of the pile. It's recovered by the Chargers.
Wow, they go on a quick count, and Vaughn Martin filling in for Castillo stuffs Dexter McCluster.
And McCluster spinning for that extra yard or 2, gets hit before he goes down. Ball comes out late there, covered by San Diego. Challenge during the timeout by Todd Haley, the Chiefs coach, and we think it will stay with Kansas City. And again, a look at the replays. McCluster is going down. You're going to see Corey Legit come in from the side and knock it free, but McCluster still got the ball there. His butt's down, his back's down, and then the ball comes out. There you go, down there, you get easily down, then the ball squirts out. So Todd Haley uses the challenge, and it looks like the ball, my guess would be, stays with Kansas City.
I would agree with you, Mike. That was a pretty obvious one there. The Chiefs will maintain possession.
Well, the reason they have the ball at the 25 in that first down is because of the interception thrown by Philip Rivers, who's now one of 3 NFL quarterbacks who's thrown 10 interceptions through 8 weeks of the season.
And Philip has struggled with his ball placement or his accuracy, any way you want to look at it. You know, he had Antonio Gates, a little square and route at 10 yards, but the ball just sailed on him. Those are the type of throws that Philip normally hits in his sleep.
Al Riveron.
The ruling on the field stands. Kansas City will be charged with their second timeout, and that is their first challenge.
Wow. Do you see that? I don't see that at all.
That's shocking to me.
I'd like to do away with this whole process, to be honest with you. It just takes too long. It disrupts the flow of the game, but I did not see that either. They got a better look at it from a different camera view than we do, obviously.
You talk about a body part being down with control of the ball before it comes free. Yeah, I mean, his forearm counts, his butt counts, his back counts, and then you see the ball come out. That's a surprising one, unless we're missing something blatant there. Yeah, you said the call stands. That means he didn't see enough evidence to overturn. So a break here for the Chargers. San Diego takes over, and Rivers just has to throw that one away, as Ryan Matthews, trying to get free for the screen, was obliterated by Tyson Jackson. So to the reason that wasn't overturned, the officials felt there was not enough evidence in the replay look to to overturn. That's what the officials said. We passed that along, and I say wrong. That was a fumble. That was not a fumble. He was down. You know, I agree with you, Mike. The old standard is 100 guys in a bar, and I'd like to meet the one guy who wouldn't say that he was down.
How about 3 guys in a booth?
2nd and 10. Toss Matthews right. Good cut. 5 yards. Maybe 4, let's give him, to the 25-yard line. So Kansas City's defense trying to make a 3rd down play here. Let's talk about the guys up front. They have 2 top 5 overall draft picks in Jackson and Dorsey, and a veteran, Kelly Gregg, is playing very well, the ex-Raven. Tamba Hali is their top sack man. Derek Johnson playing the best ball of his 5-year NFL career. You've already seen Brandon Flowers work, and Kendrick Lewis had an interception on the prior drive. Rivers, deep drop, fires left side. Patrick Creighton pulls it in, a catch. 1st down at the 38-yard line.
Well, they need Creighton to step up. They've been missing that 3rd receiver. That time out of a bunch formation, Patrick Creighton runs a outside break in or out. He goes up and gets it. And Phillip Rivers jumping into a no-huddle offense, trying to calm this crowd down. Good move by Norv Turner and the Chargers.
From the 38, Rivers steps up in the pocket and takes a shot downfield, and it is dropped. Flowers had his hands on another interception, but couldn't pull it in.
Norv Turner and Phillip Rivers have not seen this much man-to-man coverage all year long. It's the 3rd time they've looked at Vincent Jackson against Brandon Flowers. That time a double move back to the post. Oh, that should have been another interception.
If that play's not there, you can't predetermine where you're going to throw the football. You know, at practice on Friday and Saturday, that looks real good. But all of a sudden you show up on Monday night and the coverage is perfect. Check that one down. Don't force the throw.
Second and 10, Rivers. Sideline caught right at midfield. Rule the catch. Brandon Carr pushed Vincent Jackson out of bounds.
This is going to be interesting. Norv Turner loves the vertical passing game. And here's a comeback route to Vincent Jackson one-on-one against number 39, Brandon Carr. But if you're going to see a lot of man-to-man against Norv Turner, you're going to see double moves, comebacks, vertical passes, and it will not stop. But what a challenging approach by this Kansas City secondary early in this game.
Matthews going to try to get around Carr, and he does. Past McGraw, and a good run as he was finally chased all the way down across the field by Derek Johnson. Gain of 18.
Brandon Carr has got to make this play. You'll see it bounce to the outside. He's in perfect position to make the play. Just doesn't square his shoulders to make the tackle. It allows Matthews to get to the outside. Your corners must get involved in the running game if you're going to play that cover 2. If you're going to play that press man-to-man, you've got to be able to make plays. You have to make tackles.
Ryan Matthews, 1 foot in the ground. That's it to the 28-yard line. 1st down pickup of 4. Gwen Dorsey, Amon Gordon tackle. We'll call Matthews' name a lot because we won't call Mike Tolbert on the field. Injured hamstring, injured hand. What do they miss without him?
Well, he gives them physical toughness. He is a load between the tackles. Outstanding receiver. We know he leads the Chargers with 28 grabs, but they're going to miss Mike Tolbert's physical presence.
A break for Matthews. 2nd-year man Curtis Brinkley out of Syracuse comes in. And Brinkley runs for a couple of yards to the 26-yard line. He had 2 carries last year. He's been a couple of years out of school, and Brinkley getting really his first big opportunity as he's the backup to Matthews tonight.
These are the situations where your running back must make a play. 3rd down 4, 3rd down and 5. This is when Phillip Rivers normally has been very good at figuring out the isolation route and going to his back out of the backfield.
3rd and 4, Antonio Gates time. He's doubled. Rivers goes back his way, and a pass was intercepted. It was deflected, and Derek Johnson comes up with his 8th career interception. And credit Wallace Gilberry for the deflection. Another turnover for the Chargers offense as Rivers is picked by Johnson. Phillip Rivers has been the Chargers starter for 5 years, and he's had 57 interceptions in that time. He has 11 in the first 6 games and a quarter. That was his 11th, more than any QB in the NFL.
That was unlucky there.
Jackie Battle is the back as the Chargers take over at their own 23. And Battle out of the University of Houston gains 2. Let's go back to the 2nd interception of the day for Rivers.
Well, it's tipped, but it's a combination coverage. Everybody's going to be playing some form of man-to-man coverage, but Derek Johnson, he's what we call the rat. He's reading the quarterback. He's going to see this ball tipped, and he makes another impact play for the Kansas City Chiefs. Emmett Thomas, the secondary coach of the Chiefs. Romeo Crennel doing a great job frustrating Phillip Rivers with all these different forms of man-to-man coverage. It's not just straight man, sometimes it's combination coverage.
After the gain of 2, Castle, look out from behind, sensing the rush, steps up, takes off. Matt Castle a yard shy of the first down as Takeo Spikes makes that last tackle.
Well, normally Matt Castle is not the type of quarterback to extend the play and make plays outside the pocket. He does a really good job there of getting outside the pocket when nothing opens up down the field and puts the Chiefs in a good situation on 3rd down, 3rd and 1. Phillip Rivers does not look happy right now. I wouldn't be either.
So the end against the Jets was tough. The last 9 passes in that 4th quarter is picked twice. And twice on the first day tonight. They pass, and wide open is LeRon McClain, who hangs on after the hit from Steve Gregory for the first down at the 46, and a penalty marker comes in as well. It'll add 15 to the game.
Well, that's going to be a gutsy call by the Kansas City Chiefs, and they speared LeRon McClain. It's going to be a 15-yard tack on. What a catch by McClain out of the backfield.
Spectacular catch by McClain, John. You're right. The ball's coming. He knows he's going to get hit.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness on the defense of hitting a defensive player. The 15-yard penalty will be added to the end of the run. Automatic first down.
You know, I don't understand football anymore either, Mike. I don't know what you want Gregory to do. He's not supposed to let McClain fair catch the ball for a first down. Your job is to run through the defender, and if you can't get there and intercept the ball, dislodge it. I didn't see anything malicious there. Did you, Jaws?
Not at all, John. I agree with you.
Well, the rule adjustment this year is
here we go,
clarified.
Get the book out.
Hey, guys, it's not me.
I know.
Talk to the competition committee. I'm just trying to tell you what the rule is. From the 39, Castle loading up, looking deep. But a force one down there. Baldwin! Got it! Touchdown, Kansas City!
Good night.
6'4", 230 pounds, and he can run. He made these types of catches at the University of Pittsburgh. You get him in a one-on-one situation, deep down the field. This is what you're going to get. An outstanding play. Gilchrist can't recover. Throws deep. Oh, man. What hand. What body control.
That's what Todd Haley does. He develops receivers. He got Bo going. He's getting Baldwin going. That's what he does. Everywhere he goes, Todd Haley gets the most out of receivers.
Ryan Suckup adds the extra point. The interception thrown by Rivers. 4 plays, 77 yards later. First career touchdown, Jonathan Baldwin. 10-0, Chiefs. Big start this Halloween night for the Chiefs at home at Arrowhead. Trying to win a 4th consecutive game. They've taken a 10-0 lead on their division rivals, San Diego. Jim Zorn, the veteran quarterback, played a few games in here during his Seattle days. when they were in the AFC West. Talking with Matt Castle, Zorn, the quarterback coach now, as the 39-yard strike to the rookie out of Pittsburgh, first-round pick, Jonathan Baldwin, has made it a 10-0 game.
And what a read by Matt Castle, getting that ball to Baldwin.
About half the kicks in the NFL, kickoffs have been touchbacks. Richard Goodman brings it out for the first time tonight, and he doesn't get to the 20-yard line, submarined at the 17. Let's go back to that penalty you guys are talking about. And I don't disagree with you, but here's the way the rule was changed. A receiver attempting to catch a pass, or who has completed a catch and hasn't had time to protect himself, is declared to be defenseless. That's why they call that a penalty, agree or disagree, and it sets up this.
That's what you do with a big receiver. You give him a chance. Really impressed with the aggressiveness of Todd Haley's game plan on offense and defense. Here comes Kansas City with more press man-to-man coverage.
And a run for virtually nothing with Ryan Matthews on that. You want to go back to that play, Jaws, the explanation of why that's a flag?
Why? I'm sorry, Mike.
You disagree with that being a penalty?
No, I don't think it should be a penalty. As we all stated, what are you supposed to do? If you're a defender, you're supposed to defend. Jar the ball loose. Run through the guy that's catching the football. I don't know what you can do besides maybe put a dress on some of these guys.
Reverse 2nd and 10 throw. Crossing is Malcolm Floyd. He's got 17 first down yards to the 37-yard line.
Well, I like that call. They are doing a great job contesting Antonio Gates on the line of scrimmage. That time they dragged Malcolm Floyd across the formation. Look how they're defending Gates over here on the left side of the line of scrimmage. And they use Gates as a diversion to run traffic for Malcolm Floyd on a shallow cross. Nice design by Norv Turner and the Chargers.
No question, John. Those are those man-to-man beaters. You run those picks and those rubs and you free people up.
Every catch by Floyd this year has been a first down. And here's the second false start for San Diego.
Number 73, offense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
You know, when you use a lot of motion and delayed snap counts on the road in this environment, it can come back to haunt you. That's the second time Philip Rivers has put a Charger in motion. And watch the left tackle, McNeil, doesn't hear the count. And those are huge penalties in this building.
John, the Chargers love that motion because they like to have Philip Rivers get a tell on what the defense is doing.
I love it too at home.
First and 15. Hawley got a great jump off there, almost looked offside. There's no flag, and the run by Matthews is stopped by Derek Johnson and Javon Belcher.
Hawley's going to work on McNeil. Watch him get off here, Mike. Wow, McNeil never touched him. I played here a few years ago. They had the great Derek Thomas. We didn't block him all night. They get a feel for your snap count, and they get some help from this crowd. You're in for a long night.
The Chiefs continue to play that pressure, man-to-man press on the outside.
Hawley right through McNeil. Rivers has his pass rejected by Justin Houston, the rookie. You saw the marker come down where Hawley and McNeil were battling.
I think it's McNeil again.
You're going to push him back.
Holding, number 73, offense, 10-yard penalty, replay second down.
This young man can wear you out. Tamba Hawley. He's forced 2 false starts. He beat McNeil off the snap. Now he gets a holding call. Wait till you hear this eruption from this crowd.
Yeah, the crowd can sense they're helping this defense. They're getting all lathered up now.
Second and 23. Rivers has the crossing. Randy McMichael, the veteran tight end, gets to the 33, and that should bring us to the end of the first quarter. McMichael's been important to this team the last couple of years with Antonio Gates in and out of the lineup.
Turnovers and penalties. They're dooming the Chargers right now.
Turned it over a couple of times, 4 flags, and a 10-point San Diego deficit after 1. It has not been a good open to this game for Phillip Rivers. Intercepted twice, 1 was deflected. Missed his first 4 passes. On the other side, Matt Castle hit a couple of big third down conversions on the opening drive to get a field goal for Kansas City, and then hit the 39-yarder to first-round draft pick rookie Jonathan Baldwin. That's the touchdown. The recent Kansas City leads 10-0 after 1. Second quarter begins. Mike Tirico, John Gruden, Ron Jaworski, and Rachel Nichols on the sideline tonight. 3rd and 14, Rivers. Coming underneath Matthews, slips and falls, and Johnson puts him down again.
Romeo Crennel, 3-man rush, maximum zone coverage. Once again, you're going to see Derek Johnson, number 56, buzz deep on his drop. He sees this ball checked down. He says, "Come to me, Ryan Matthews." Bam! Very productive football player. He never comes off the field, Derek Johnson.
Well done. Sticks coverage. Just line up at the sticks and don't let him get the first down.
The Monday nighter between these teams last year, special teams killed San Diego with returns by KC. Good job to kick it away from Arenas. A 47-yard kick that time by Mike Cyphers and a long field for KC. They scored last time.
Now, Mike, let's go back to that Matt Castle touchdown pass to Jonathan Baldwin. It's a really good read by Matt Castle. You got a post-cross combination. You want to read the safety. There's the post by Baldwin. There's the safety. Make him wrong. If he goes deep middle, you throw the cross. If he jumps the cross, you throw the post. That's a good read by Matt Castle and a awfully beautiful catch by Jonathan Baldwin. But that's quarterback read and coverage. Make the safety wrong.
Drive start at the 16. Jackie Battle goes forward for a couple of yards. And the passing element of this offense is one that, candidly, as you guys studied, you questioned a little bit. Going to Dwayne Bowe, jump balls, those quick one-step passes has worked. But where's the other stuff?
Well, they lost their second leading receiver, Tony Moeaki, and that takes the sting out of the inside passing game. Baldwin, a guy they're counting on, hasn't done much. Reston just got here from Arizona. They're just catching up in the passing game, and they've made progress. It's obvious.
Out of the gun. Castle, a right side throw to around McClain. Shy of the 25-yard line. You saw the penalty marker fly in. Looks like we're going to get the Chiefs on offensive pass interference.
Pass interference. Offense, number 82. 10-yard penalty. Replay, second down.
That's Dwayne Bowe.
And Bowe has struggled against San Diego. I know he had 4 grabs earlier in the season, but let's see what happened. Is he and Quentin Jammer? Looked like he just inside released, and LeBoy was running to the flat. I don't know if that was accidental or not.
For all the defensive guys who say they never call the pick plays,
there you go.
They call
There's
the pick
one.
play, right?
It's a rub. It's a pick. It's a rub.
That one was a pick.
Offensive guys, we call it a rub.
And when it's a flag, it's a pick.
It's a
play,
pick.
Right? Drops him back to 2nd and 18.
Ball start, number 45. Offense, half the distance to the goal. Second down.
With Leonard Pope, the tight end.
That's careless right there by Pope. Kansas City at home with a 10-point lead needs to put the hammer down on San Diego. These mistakes against a quarterback like Phillip Rivers will come back to haunt you. Important they get a positive play to get out of this negative field position.
Three receivers, one back, and a draw with Battle. Brandon Albert wraps around his would-be tackler as he was trying to block, and a minimal gain.
Well, you run that old-fashioned draw play. That time, they didn't fool many people. A lot of different single-back draw plays here in Kansas City. They might need another one right here.
Well, you saw Matt Castle. The play clock is at 20. That ball was tackled inbounds, so the play clock reset at 40. It took him 21 seconds. to start giving them a call. We were on that early. They have to be better about getting it in quick. McCluster nearly lost the handle. Tied up and twisted. That was an ugly drive for the Chiefs.
Sure was. And San Diego called out those draws just like we did. Predictable situation. You're backed up 3rd and 20. Everybody on defense saying, watch the draw, watch the draw. Heads up play by Tommy Harris.
Yeah, the former Bear with the tackle.
Yeah, and many times we've seen that conservative play crack up the middle there. You get a nice cross block and you split the defense and you pick up 15, 20 yards. Didn't work there.
One of the kicking Colquitts. Brother Britton kicks for Denver. Out of his own end zone, Dustin Colquitt. Good kick with air time. The hang time forced Patrick Creighton back. A 52-yard punt. And a tough night for Phillip Rivers. Intercepted twice. Can he and the Charger offense get going with good field position?
ESPN's Monday Night Football is brought to you by Lexus. It's time to engineer amazing. And NFL.com/mobile. Learn more about the NFL's mobile offerings at NFL.com/mobile.
Back in Kansas City where the Chiefs lead 10-0 and so much of that great field position that San Diego had. After the play was over and we went to commercial, the flag was down.
There was a foul on the previous play. After the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 97 on the receiving team. The 15-yard penalty was assessed from the end of the play. First down, San Diego.
It's on Bront Bird. He was just signed by the Chargers off their practice squad earlier today. So much of that good field position, San Diego takes over its own 28-yard line. Empty the backfield with Matthews out. And Rivers throwing for Floyd, who catches and takes it to the 48-yard line. A gain of 20. We'll show you why they lost the good field position when Bront Bird is whistled here.
That's just inexcusable right there.
Well, after the fair catch, goes after Jake O'Connell, the backup tight end.
You won't be around much longer if you keep making penalties like that.
That's just a dumb penalty.
As Phillip Rivers just capitalized with a beautiful back shoulder fade to Floyd. Look for Ryan Matthews to slam one right here.
Play action, first down Rivers, backpedaling, firing for Gates. Caught it at the 30. Gates to the 24-yard line. 27-yard gain with Gates.
Antonio Gates has great chemistry with Phillip Rivers. Phillip Rivers sees him matched on a safety, John McGraw, and he's going to throw him open across the field. Nice little stutter step there. Now throw him to the sideline where only Gates can catch the football. Well designed, well executed. That's that chemistry between Antonio Gates and Phillip Rivers. They're on the same page, seeing the field through the same eyes.
Gates, who has been limited with plantar fasciitis in the foot for the better part of a year, practiced more than any week in the last year this week. Rivers looking for space out of the tackle box, gets rid of it. No grounding call, and we have a Sports Center right now with Trey Wingo.
All right, Michael, thank you. Yankee fans can relax. CC Sabathia isn't going anywhere, agreeing Monday to a new deal that adds $30 million to his existing deal and will pay him $122 million over the next 5 years. Meanwhile, the Cardinals, despite winning the World Series, need a new manager. 67-year-old Tony La Russa calling it quits, the only manager to retire after winning a World Series.
Only NFL head coach to retire after winning a Super Bowl in the Super Bowl era, Bill Walsh. Second and 10, toss Matthews, right, lot of red, loss of 2.
Run defense. You draft Tyson Jackson out of LSU in the top 5 for this play right here. They try to run a bunch crunch and get the ball out on the edge. I hope Tyson's okay. He just hurt his shoulder there, but he strung that play out. Excellent work.
And this is an area of the field as you near that red zone. Most people chart the red zone from the 20 in, but Phillip Rivers has struggled in this area of the field.
Half a dozen DBs, Kansas City from the 25. Rivers deep drop, steps up, end zone shot. Too long for Patrick Creighton, but a flag down.
That's
going the other way. And Rivers out there pleading his case with the back judge.
Wow.
On Creighton.
Pass interference, offense number 12. 10-yard penalty, repeat third down.
I saw that the other way. Let's take a look at the end of the play. Creighton's going down the seam with Flowers. I saw a push off there by Creighton. I sure did.
I like that, John. You're finally agreeing with the officials.
This Brandon Flowers, you can't get rid of him tonight.
Yeah.
He's all over all these Charger receivers.
But you know why they're going after him, John? He's given up 6 touchdowns this year. So down that red zone, he's been the guy people have attacked.
He ain't giving up nothing lately.
Well, not tonight anyway.
More last week. They got to get something here to get in field goal range.
Gonna have to take a timeout. Play clock was running down. San Diego didn't have it straightened out. 3rd and 21 when you come back. 76,000 people, mostly dressed as Chiefs fans, and you look down on them this Halloween night as our aerial coverage is brought to you by DirecTV. Todd Haley chose to take the penalty, back San Diego from the 25 to the 35. So instead of a 43-yard field goal attempt, you get 3rd and 21. Five in the pattern for Rivers. Climbs the pocket. Matthews underneath. Gets him back in field goal range. A little more comfortably.
Good decision by Philip Rivers. 2-man rush from the Kansas City Chiefs. You'll see 2 linemen coming after Philip. 9 defenders dropping back. Rivers just checks it down. He knows it's going to be difficult to squeeze one in for a first down. Get closer for the field goal attempt.
On the opening kickoff of the year, Nate Kading, their outstanding kicker, tore his ACL out for the year. They signed Nick Novak. He's hit all 11 field goals. This is a 44-yarder to get the Chargers on the board. And Novak is 12 for 12, former Maryland Terp. San Diego 3, and within 7. Matt Castle and the Chiefs lead by 7. His family was in the movie industry when he grew up in Southern California. If you wanted the star of the movie Patience, it would be Matt Castle. Remember, he went to Southern California, and John Gruden, he had people he had to sit behind who had some hardware.
How about Carson Palmer? He wins the Heisman Trophy, doesn't get to play. Then they got another Heisman Trophy, Matt Leinart, and he still doesn't get to play in college. But when he did play, he played on special teams. He played on the scout team. I found a play where he jumped up and saved the day by recovering an onside kick. He's a great story of perseverance. He waited his turn, and when he got his opportunity, he was ready. And that's a great lesson for a lot of quarterbacks and a lot of people out there. Luck is when preparation meets with opportunity, and Matt Castle is the poster boy for being ready when you get your chance. I can't say how impressed I was meeting him, all the change he's had to respond to. Outstanding young man, Matt Castle.
Of course, filled in for Tom Brady when Brady was injured in New England. 11 wins there, and now his 3rd year with the Chiefs. Dexter McCluster wanted to bring that out, and he didn't. It's a touchback back there. You know, guys, I want to go back to the USC days because obviously he wasn't playing much, and Scott Pioli runs the football operations now here in Kansas City. He was with Bill Belichick and the Patriots, and they drafted him in the 7th round even though he had barely played at USC. And the credit goes back to Matt Russell, who was the area scout for the Patriots in Southern California. He'd go to USC, and he saw Matt Castle at practice, saw him in the spring game, and said, you know what, Scott, you should come out here. Scott saw him, they drafted him, and now he's a starter in Kansas City. On the reverse, McCluster comes around and gets only 2 yards as he's stopped by Antoine Barnes.
And, Mike, that's why some teams are continuing to be successful, because they scout properly. You know, they beat the bushes, they find someone. This is a real good example of Russell finding a backup quarterback, filing a report. All of a sudden, Scott Pioli comes out, and they see a guy drafted by New England first, and Scott Pioli obviously liked him and brought him here to Kansas City, where he's been a true leader of this football team. When they were 0-3, your quarterback better have some backbone to turn it around to 3-3, and Matt Castle did.
Thomas Jones, the back, 2nd and 8. Chargers defense trying to make a stand here. Castle off the hands of Baldwin, the rookie. as he was contacted by Eric Weddle and Travis LeBoy.
I think it's hard to play quarterback right now if you're Matt Castle. You got a lot of new personnel. We talked about losing Charles, talked about losing our tight end Moiaki. How about all the new coaches? I mean, he came here, he's playing for Chan Gailey, who's the offensive coordinator. Then they had Charlie Weiss. Now they have Bill Muir. They have Jim Zorn, who just got here as a quarterback coach. That's a lot to interpret in a short term.
A lot of noise.
3rd and 8, 4-man rush. Castle steps up, finds time, off the hands of Bowe and incomplete. Trailed by Dante Hughes. So Baldwin and Bowe can't hang on to tough catches, and Kansas City goes 3 and out.
It's impressive defense, back-to-back series by the San Diego Chargers. They weather the early storm. They fall behind 10 points, 2 big turnovers, and now they're going to set Phillip Rivers and this offense up with potentially very good field position and a chance to tie it.
However, John, a couple tough catches, but you got to make those catches. This is the National Football League. You got to find a way to haul them in. Help your quarterback, help your offense.
The lefty Dustin Colquitt. 47-yard kick. Creighton took it on the run at the 31 and returned it 5 to the 36. So Castle and the Chiefs offense 3 out back-to-back. San Diego a chance to tie. Next Monday night to Philadelphia. How impressive were the Eagles against Dallas last night? And that Sunday nighter, now they'll take on the Bears. After we saw them lose in Detroit, won back-to-back games, including beating the Buccaneers over in London. Coming off their bye week, Bears and Eagles next Monday night at the Link. 7 Eastern Monday night countdown, 8:30 Eastern kickoff.
Looking forward to that one, Mike.
Great to be back in Philly. Rivers and the Chargers trying for a touchdown drive to tie the game. Sideline toss caught by Floyd, working on Brandon Carr. Gain of 11, first down.
Still shocked at all this man-to-man. Antonio Gates will never catch a pass if he's defended like this. They have 2 defenders doubling Gates, man-to-man everywhere else, and Rivers says, okay, I'm going to have to find the single up top. Nice work by Floyd. I am stunned at all the man-to-man coverage that Vincent Jackson and Malcolm Floyd have seen tonight.
Pair of 6'5" receivers. Rivers getting into a rhythm. Nobody open, checks it down to Matthews. And a first-rounder last year out of Fresno State. 13 first down yards. San Diego looking a lot better.
This is what Phillip Rivers is very good at. When no one's open down the field, understanding where your outlets are. Downfield, downfield, nothing there. Move a little bit, find Ryan Matthews. Matthews is an outstanding receiver. He can catch the football, and the yards after the catch are very, very important. They lost Darren Sproles. They lost Mike Tolbert. They need Ryan Matthews to step up.
Jacob Hester worked out to the top of your screen. Rivers throwing down the middle for Gates. Hangs on, 25. First down gain of 60.
Well, Kansas City has got to get to Phillip Rivers. They're giving him way too long. That time it's a zone coverage, and you're going to see a tight end right here. Gates run a basic cross, and Phillip Rivers times it perfectly. No pass rush that time by this Chiefs defense, and they have struggled getting sacks, Mike. I know Tom Bahali has 4, but the Chiefs only have 6 as a team. They got to do better than that.
Only Buffalo had fewer coming into the week, but the Bills had a feast in Canada on the Redskins yesterday. 25 Matthews lines to the left, ball on the ground, caused by McGraw, the safety. Gates was trying to get to it. Then the Chiefs got down there, and now we have the scrum.
Been a problem for Ryan Matthews.
Red ball. Kansas City has recovered. Kendrick Lewis's second takeaway of the night.
Ball's out.
John McGraw, the safety out of Kansas State, caused it. Gates thought he had a hand on it, but scraping at the bottom. Kendrick Lewis, who has a pick, now is a recovery. John mentioned going to break. Ryan Matthews fumbled 5 times last year. That's his second this year. 16 fumbles by the backs for the Chargers, the most in the league over the last year and a half. And Clarence Shellman, the running back coach, talking there with the San Diego backfield and their issues. And he's the offensive coordinator technically. But the turnover is a first for Kansas City. It's the first fumble recovery for the Chiefs this season. They forced 7 fumbles but didn't recover any of them until now. So KC takes over after a turnover again here tonight. And Thomas Jones runs it right for 2. Second and third possessions for San Diego became turnovers. Rivers over the middle and the interception by Kendrick Lewis. And Rivers right back, and on the deflection, Derek Johnson came up with his 8th career pick. And Matthews had it protected at first, but John McGraw popped it out. And the fumble recovery for Lewis. Second and 8, Jones up the middle. Thomas Jones to the 23-yard line. Boy, has he been around for a while. 3 years in Arizona, a year in Tampa Bay, 3 in Chicago, 3 with the Jets, and now his second here in KC.
And I give Bill Muir, the offensive coordinator of the Kansas City Chiefs, a lot of credit. We acquired Thomas Jones for a receiver named Marquise Walker in a straight-up trade. Arizona was very disappointed with Jones, and look what he's become. Well over 10,000 yards rushing, and he's a great pro football player.
Got to look at Bill Muir, the offensive coordinator for these Chiefs. Replaced Charlie Weiss, went to Florida. Castle hit as he throws. That pass ruled on the field incomplete. And it's 4th down.
And Travis LeBoy went to work on right tackle Barry Richardson. And the Chargers need that from LeBoy with Sean Phillips out.
Well, you saw Richardson. He went for the cut block. That ball was supposed to come out a lot quicker, but good coverage by the San Diego Chargers. Forced Castle to hold on to the football, and there came LeBoy.
Now let's give Greg Minuski's defense some credit. That's 3 consecutive 3 and outs. Chargers are going to challenge this. Norv Turner has thrown the red flag on the far sideline. We got that one look at it, and the key to look for here on is it a forward pass or is it a fumble is the empty hand. Is the quarterback's hand coming through as he goes forward empty or not? San Diego throws the challenge flag here. It's going to be very close.
Like a fumble to me.
I think the other way, John, but this will be a real good angle right here.
San Diego is challenging the ruling on the field that it should not have been a forward pass and it should have been a fumble.
Hand was empty coming through as LeBoy hits his forearm. So we'll have another challenge, which is certainly over the last 7 or 8 Mondays has been a lot of fun. So
yes, it is. I
have a gift for you. Because I know next year I'd like to be Halloween. I got you your own challenge flag, pal.
I will throw this. I can't stand this rule, right? It drives me crazy.
Yeah, we know.
I used to keep mine in my sock. I kept it in the back of my pants. Then I gave it to one of my assistants. I said, when I tell you to throw it, throw it.
Let me have that.
As I was yelling at him, throw it, throw it. He got all excited. He threw it right in the ground. I can't stand this rule. There's too many challenges. Look at the fans. They're not having a good time. They're out of the game. Let the officials make the calls.
Would you like to see it like college and have the booth call down and say, we got to look at this play?
I'd like
make
to
the
let the referees
upstairs?
do their job, Mike, not to interrupt you. But, you know, I think that's good. That's a bang-bang call. And the official, they're paid a lot of money, and they spend a lot of time doing this for a living. Let them make the calls.
I believe his hand and the ball were coming forward on that play. Very short period of time, but I believe it's just an incomplete pass.
Let me have my flag
I'm going to throw it at you. I got a weapon now to get you here. You settle down.
You know, you guys talk about it, and we always mention the officials' calls on the field, and we see these in high definition and super slow-mo, and it's not defending these guys. It's just the fact of their job. They've got one shot to call it at real speed, and immediately we have to show it in slow motion, and it's become such a factor in the game and decision-making for coaches. So make the call off of this here.
It clearly looks like a forward pass in real speed.
And then on the back end of that, you need to have a clear recovery of the football via replay as well to award the ball to the other side. And I think Dante Hughes, the San Diego DB, was over there and picked up the ball when it came out. You wouldn't advance the ball. They'd never give you a touchdown in that case. But if replay must show you a clear recovery to award the ball, if you decide this is a fumble, and there you have that, and it would be at that spot, if in fact that's the way it's ruled.
If the ball is coming forward, how could it not be thrown forward?
You guys are driving me crazy. I'll tell you, it's a great rush by Travis LeBoy. Remember, the Chargers have had a fierce pass rush here. Sean Merriman disappeared a couple years ago. Phillips didn't make the trip. Sean Phillips, their best pass rusher. They need Travis LeBoy to step up. He just did. And we'll wait for further notice on whether or not this is a fumble or an incomplete pass.
Now, you have 90 seconds or 60 seconds to look at the replay. Alberto Riveron, the referee, does. And then after that, you can get on with the communicator and the people upstairs to determine where the ball should be marked and the timing on the clock. So that's why they take longer than 60 seconds for the complete process. Here's Al.
The ruling on the field is being reversed. It is a fumble. It is recovered by San Diego. They will have the ball 1st and 10 on the 22-yard line. Please set the clock to show 45. San Diego will not be charged with a timeout. The quarterback's arm was up. He was hit prior to the arm going forward. Therefore, it is a fumble. San Diego recovered. First down.
I guess I could never be a referee.
Well, super slow-mo replays are changing the game.
Yes, that's right, John.
Let's be totally honest. This ball was coming up, and it wasn't coming out, and it's a good call.
The empty hand, it's always the trigger to show you that he didn't push the ball forward.
But back to the game. It's important San Diego picks it up in the red zone. They've made a lot of yards. They're in the top 7 or 8 in that compartment, but they have not done well in the red zone. Very important. They find their tight end Gates. They get this ball across the goal line and tie it. They have to straighten this red zone offense out. They've been too good here in years past.
Yeah, Rivers only 9 of 23 in the red zone at 39%. That's not Phillip Rivers type numbers.
On the 22, here's Matthews. Fumbled last time. Bounced it left. Derek Johnson pushed him to the sideline, but a good gain on first down for Matthews.
Well, Malcolm Floyd needs to pick a block up out there on the perimeter, and Matthews might score. If you don't block Flowers, he's going to make a bunch of tackles, and so will Carr.
Crowd's into it now.
Tight formation, move Gates across on 2nd and 5. Rivers goes that way. There's Gates, flag down. And into the end zone, but going to come back for offensive pass interference on Gates, covered by John McGraw.
Pass interference, number 85, offense. 10-yard penalty, replay 2nd down.
No, it's just a stutter fade, and they're going to throw a back shoulder ball to Gates. I don't know how.
I don't know. What's a catch? What's interference? Wow. That looked like a pretty darn good play by Antonio Gates to me.
Well, they found a matchup they wanted. They want to get Gates one-on-one anytime they can. If they can get him against McGraw, they'll throw that all night.
You can read Norv Turner's lips saying it got to go both ways on that pushing back and forth. Gates' arms were extended. A lot of penalties here tonight for the Chargers, a lot like last week against the Jets.
Let them play.
Deep drop, Rivers, Derek Johnson.
Well, the Chiefs are not a team that brings a lot of pressure. They're a coverage-based team, but Derek Johnson will come with the pressure here. You'll see number 56. Good move, gets to Phillip Rivers.
Well, Ryan Matthews has to pick up the blitz. You can't duck your head against this linebacker. He'll kill your quarterback.
Well, this is the loss of Mike Tolbert.
Mike Tolbert, Darren Sproles,
right?
Danian Tomlinson. Running the ball's one thing. Picking up these blitzes is a whole new shooting match.
Especially when it's Derek Johnson coming up the middle. You got to hit him.
Straightening it out, Matthews. Holding flag behind the play. Matthews is down at the 23. This one's coming back.
Tom Bahali was held on the play.
Holding, number 66, offense. 10-yard penalty, replay third down.
No, Jeremy Clary got called last week, Mike, against the Jets. The Chargers had 13 penalties in that game. And right here, it's a screen pass. I don't know how you hold on a screen pass, but let's take a look at Jeremy Clary. I've seen a lot worse than some of these penalties that are being called tonight.
Talked about the Chargers. They had no penalties against Denver. And then you take the Jets game 13 and the 8 here in the first half. 21 penalties in the last 6 quarters. Third and a third of the field and a whistle from the back.
2 minute.
As we hit the 2-minute warning.
Prior to the play, we had the 2-minute warning. Timeout.
10-3 Kansas City at Arrowhead. Chris Berman, Adam Schefter, Chris Mortensen, Toyota halftime show. Michael Vick from last night. John Fox was asked about Tim Tebow. Tim Tebow plays. Tim Tebow in the news. And Boomer on Tony La Russa and his retirement today. Toyota halftime show coming up. Chargers had a touchdown call back from a penalty. They had a 1st and 10 at the 22. Now they're back at the 44. 3rd and long. And the catch by Vincent Jackson takes it to the 33-yard line. With $1:50 left, it would be from here about a 50-yard field goal.
And I think Kansas City should consider taking a timeout right here. Because if this field goal doesn't go through, they punt, Mike. No, they're going to kick the field goal.
Kick the field goal.
If Novak misses this field goal, you're going to get the ball in great field position. They're wasting precious time here by not taking a timeout. I'm surprised Todd Haley hasn't done that.
I'm with you. I'd like to hit at the 42 with a minute and a half and no timeouts. I feel okay about controlling the clock. Nick Novak, 52-yarder. Made a 51-yarder at altitude in Denver. No good. Missed it right. And they'll have 1:11 and a timeout to try to work it down. So the Chargers, off the turnover, had it knocking on the door of the red zone and had a offensive pass interference flag. Wiped 7 off the board to tie the game. Let's go back to that play. Antonio Gates working on John McGraw. Both ways. You have Gates extending his arm, and watch McGraw's right arm grab Gates' left arm right there.
I'm tired of sounding like a fair weather fan here. I just don't get that call. Let these players play. Pass interference is the most impactful call in football. Unless you're totally sure, don't make a call.
Contact both ways. They choose to call it on Gates. It erases the touchdown. San Diego, with its own struggles, misses the field goal. Now Thomas Jones takes the Chiefs to the 45-yard line. 1:05 left, 1 timeout.
Well, I don't get that one. Now, Matt Castle's got to get this offense going. I mean, they have gotten bogged down here as of late. They've got great field position here. Castle got to give them the line. The clock's running.
Oh, they wasted precious time by not taking a timeout on the field goal. Taking a lot of time to get one off here.
2nd and 7, movement off the edge, and this play's blown dead. With Antoine Barnes flying in from the right end.
And Barnes is the really only true pass rusher the Chargers have right now coming off the edge.
Neutral zone infraction on the defensive end. 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
That's 9 first-half penalties on San Diego. 22 in the last 6 quarters.
You know, Sean Phillips is injured. He didn't even make the trip. It's Antoine Barnes that has to bring the quick pressure on Matt Castle. So in these situations, you know, you're going to have a defensive end, a linebacker try to jump the count and get that quick pressure.
So the Chiefs at midfield, trying to move close enough for Ryan Suckup, who has made a 54-yard field goal earlier this year. They need about 16 yards to get there. Try to quick hit it with McCluster. The fans don't like that. It's 3rd down, and we're going to get close to a half minute here.
I don't like it either.
2 out of 3 runs.
Wow.
I'm shocked.
The option to run is fine. Not using your timeout is another thing. Now 3rd and 2. Castle throws hard at the 29-yard line by Steve Breaston. First down, 17-16. And now Kansas City will use a timeout, and they waited a few seconds to do that. 21-yard gain to Breaston.
It's nice work, good protection. Breaston on the left side here is going to run a square in, and the ball's thrown slightly behind him. Nice work by Steve Breaston, the former Arizona Cardinal, opening his hips and catching that ball away from his body. And right now, with 17 seconds and no timeouts left, Kansas City has to be very sharp, make sure they come out of here with at least a field goal opportunity from Succop.
This is right on the edge of the amount of time that you can complete a play and spike the ball and leave 1 second if you can't get out of bounds.
And Mike, I've been with a lot of teams. That was the cutoff line. Exactly 17 seconds where you can complete a pass, hustle down there, and leave a tick or two on the clock by spiking it.
Chiefs just picked up their first down of this second quarter. Out of timeouts, Castle firing sideline. Nothing open for Dwayne Bowe. And with 13 seconds left now, you either take a shot at the end zone only, or you kick your field goal here.
I'd take the points right here. It's too close to the fringe. Kansas City has struggled in this second quarter. They are very fortunate to be where they are with all the mistakes the Chargers have made in the red zone. There's confusion as to what play they want to call, but Matt Castle's got to be very careful here not to scramble where they can't clock it.
They got to get their plays in quicker. It's a problem all night here. Play clock's at 5. No timeouts. Can't get tackled in the field of play. Castle takes that shot. There was confusion on the route. So confusion on the play coming in. Confusion on the route. Kick your field goal, guys, before you screw it up more.
Matt Castle did absolutely the right thing. There was way too much confusion. The receivers weren't running the right routes. Clock was running down. He threw it away, lived to fight another day, get the field goal attempt.
I'd be arguing for intentional grounding if I were Norv Turner. There wasn't a receiver near that football.
That's exactly what he's doing with the official on his sideline. So Succop now. Good from 36. We'll try it from 47 for a 10-point lead. And Ryan Succop adds 3. So just a couple of moments ago, the Chiefs and Chargers looked like they were tied at 10. Instead, Kansas City looks like it'll take a 10-point lead to the locker room at halftime. And despite a less than effective 2-minute drill and time management clinic they just put on.
Matt Castle making some big plays early in the game on 3rd down. Good pocket, sticks the throw in. Again, another 3rd down play, tight throws, squeezing him in there. Dwayne Bowe makes the catch. And his mobility, this is not what you expect out of Matt Castle, the ability to run. He's normally your prototypical pocket passer, but as you can see, he can run and he can throw. Did a nice job of reading the defense here. The safety told him where to go with the football. The safety took the low route. He went high for the touchdown. Castle been sharp, particularly on 3rd down.
You got to get that 2-minute and the play calling.
Wow.
And the process of getting it in straightened out here at halftime. It's been poor in the first half.
Yes, it was. And speaking of poor, the Chargers remain poor in the red zone.
That's hurt them as well. Line drive bouncer here by Succop. That is fielded by Curtis Brinkley. He's down to 33 in the first half. Comes to an end for the Kansas City Chiefs. Get the ball to start the 3rd quarter. Trying to tie the AFC West against Phillip Rivers and the Chargers. They're up 10. Here comes Chris Berman now with a Toyota halftime show. Boomer.
All right, Michael, thank you very much. A pleasure to do our...
Tonight on All Hallows Eve, 2 teams emerge from the shadows, determined to drive the other back into the dark. Fearless, furious, their eyes on the division. Who will rise? The Chargers versus the Chiefs on Monday Night Football.
And quarter number 3 here in Kansas City, and the Chiefs with that opportunity to get the Raiders and San Diego all bunched up at the top of the AFC West. 4-3. Hope you're enjoying opening your candy and hanging out watching Monday Night Football. You know, the parents are stealing the kids' candy that they like. Mike, John, and Jaws, Rachel Nichols on the field. Kansas City got in its own way a few times, yet has a 10-point lead.
Yeah, Mike, but they were dysfunctional. They couldn't get the play in on time to Matt Castle. You know, receivers weren't getting lined up on time. I mean, they didn't look very good offensively. And they are a running football team. And they've only run the ball 14 times for 32 yards. They must run the football if they don't want to maintain this lead.
I feel good if I'm San Diego. We've stopped the run. Too many penalties. 9 penalties in the first half. 3 turnovers. San Diego, once again, a lot of yards, not enough points. They've got to improve their red zone production, and penalties have had a lot to do with their inability to get anything done.
But you feel good if you're San Diego the last 4 quarters, the end of the Jets game and the start of this game.
No, I feel good about this game where I am.
Okay.
They're lucky they're not behind by 25 points. They need to make a play. Somebody's got to make some plays against this bump and run man-to-man coverage. That's why they have Vincent Jackson and Gates on this roster.
Third quarter begins. Nick Novak kicks for San Diego. Dexter McCluster from 5 yards deep. Speedster, second-round pick, tried to hit the sideline. He's out of bounds at the 26-yard line. Let's welcome in Rachel Nichols.
Hey, Mike, I spoke to both coaches at halftime, and Chiefs coach Todd Haley said, yes, indeed, they are having trouble getting plays in. He says it's an equipment issue. The equipment is fuzzy, in his words, and they are working on it. As for the penalties over on the Chargers side, Norv Turner said he was going to tell his team at halftime, look, there are some penalties out there we can't control. So you got to control the penalties that are penalties. Stop doing it. And when you get in the red zone, you got to score. Guys?
That's what John was pointing out, Rachel. Thank you. Let's see if the fuzzy headsets have cleared up. Go to Radio Shack and buy one. Gain of a yard for Battle. Tackled by Martin.
Mike, when Matt Castle had time in that first half, he was very effective. We talk about quarterbacks having functional space. Look at the clean pocket to operate from. Now he gets an opportunity to read the linebacker. Which way the linebacker goes, he throws away from him. Same thing here. Nice presence in the pocket. No one around him. Good, clear vision downfield. He sees that window open. Dwayne Bowe comes inside. He puts it on the numbers. If you protect Matt Castle, he will slice you up.
Deep drop, 2nd and 9. Rustin trying to get to that very small window and couldn't hold on.
Some good battles out here on that down. Gilchrist versus Breston, and Quentin Jammer went after Dwayne Bowe. Both of these teams with these cornerbacks have been challenging tonight with press man-to-man coverage. It's a big third down right here for the San Diego Charger defense.
Marcus Gilchrist, 2nd-round pick out of Clemson, replacing Antoine Cason in the starting lineup tonight after Cason was ineffective in the red zone, especially against the Jets' Plexico Burress. Antoine Barnes off the edge again, gets to Castle and brings him down. So Antoine Barnes has come up and he rolls a strike there.
Well, that's 2 impact sacks now. One by LaVoy in the first half. That time the speed of Antoine Barnes. Bottom of your screen. He beats Brandon Albert to the corner, and he has the speed to chase you down. Barnes has always been able to run, the ex-Baltimore Raven. He's found a home here in San Diego as a nickel pass rusher. Great get off by the Charger defense.
We mentioned Cason was benched as a corner. See if he has an impact punt return. Dustin Colquitt kicks it. Kicks it 56 yards, and Cason couldn't read it, couldn't find it. So the roll to a stop at the 12. What a kick. Wow, by Colquitt. Behind the play, Colquitt, the punter, is playing good guy there as the long snapper. Thomas Gafford was battling with Jacob Hester. It's all cleared up. Get the timeout after the 68-yard punt by Colquitt.
ESPN's Monday Night Football is brought to you by Universal Pictures' Tower Heist, starring Ben Stiller and Eddie Murphy. Tower Heist, Friday. And Uloric. For more information, visit uloric.com.
8 miles from here, downtown Kansas City, that beautiful plaza area, and our aerial coverage tonight brought to you by DirecTV. Arrowhead in full throat. Their Chiefs up by 10. Chargers backed up to their own 12. Play clock all the way down, and a whistle and a flag. And a false start.
False start. Number 73, offense. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
That's 3 of those on Marcus McNeil, plus a holding penalty. Guys, in the last 4 quarters, second half of the Jets game, first half tonight, the Chargers had 3 points, 5 turnovers, 15 penalties, and they start here with a penalty.
Well, good teams go on the East Coast and win if you're from the West Coast. So far, not happening for this Charger team.
Lost in New England, lost at the Jets, making the trip halfway across the country tonight. First and 15, Rivers throws, Floyd catches on Brandon Flowers, a first down at the 24.
This play would make Sid Gilman proud. This is the skinny post. You'll see the receiver make this break. Floyd at 10 yards. That ball is out of the hand of Phillip Rivers in 2.1 seconds on a 5-step drop. That's how you draw it up. That's how you execute it. Old school football right there.
Mentioned Sid Gilman, Hall of Famer, father of the modern passing game.
Thank you, Mike.
Coached you for a time, was the first coach of the Chargers. From the 24, Matthews. Up the middle for 2.
I look out there, I see number 99, Amon Gordon. He's one of my favorite Kansas City Chiefs. What a story. Played for Romeo Crennel in 2004 when he was in Cleveland. Out of football in 05 and 06. Out of football in 09. Here he is today in 2011. Romeo Crennel doesn't care who you are. He's going to keep the best players and play the best Chiefs. And Amon Gordon is doing a good job in these run-down situations.
Rivers has hit his last 6 passes. Making 7, brought in by Ryan Matthews. Brought down by DeMario Williams. Was a Falcon, 8th year out of Nebraska. 4 years now as a Chief.
You know, sooner or later, you're going to see the Chargers hit one of these backs out of the backfield. They're going to take off. The Chiefs continue to play that man-to-man coverage. Their backs are to the offensive players coming out of the backfield. You break a tackle, there's a lot of running room for the Chargers' backs.
Been a man-to-man down for the Kansas City Chiefs. 3rd down and 1 to 5. We'll see what Norv Turner has up his sleeve. Phillip Rivers has to find a single coverage.
Play clock running down. Rivers gets Matthews again, this time past Derek Johnson. And a first down picked up the 40-yard line.
That's what you want from Ryan Matthews. You want him to see him beat a great nickel linebacker in a passing situation. He's going to leak out of the backfield one-on-one against Derek Johnson and beat him across the formation. It's a nice job by Phillip Rivers with the location of that throw. But, boy, you need that 3rd down running back to deliver for you. That's huge by Ryan Matthews.
And you talk so often, John, about your construction of routes and Gates over there. All those trips on the left, clearing out that whole side for Matthews to turn it up. The 41, Curtis Brinkley gets a shot. He gets 5 to the 46-yard line. Unique story, Brinkley. Went to college at Syracuse, had an 1,100-yard senior year. Went undrafted. He was great in the high school days in Philadelphia. Had 85 touchdowns. Went undrafted, then went back to this tough area in Philly where he grew up. He was waiting to pick up his sister from work. Case of mistaken identity, he was shot. 3 bullets, 1 lodged near his heart. Too dangerous to remove. It's still in there. 2 of the bullets were removed. Fought his way, practice squad, stayed on the team. First opportunity last year, and now a big opportunity tonight. Rivers climbs the pocket. There's Gates. First down at the 30-yard line. Gain of 24, Antonio.
I think that's a big frustration that the Chiefs have with their first-round draft choices, Glenn Dorsey and Tyson Jackson. It's a great throw. It's a nice deep cross by Gates. But Tyson Jackson and Dorsey just don't give the Chargers or the Chiefs any pass rush in their base defense. Great catch by Antonio Gates.
It wasn't the prettiest spiral that Phillip Rivers has ever thrown, but it certainly was accurate.
From the 30, Curtis Brinkley tries to get to the outside. Only a couple of yards is Tamba Hali. made the tackle. Well, guys, we did the Sunday conversation with Philip. We asked him if he was injured, if he was hurting, and he said no. And people were asking as they watched the first quarter of this game. Rivers was struggling, a couple of ugly-looking picks, but he's really come on here. He's hit 14 of his last 15 passes. Are you seeing anything that would say he's hurting?
Absolutely nothing. You know, one thing about Philip Rivers, he's a fiery guy. And sometimes early in ball games, you come out, the adrenaline's flowing, and the ball is sailing on you. He certainly has settled down into this game very nicely, been effective as this game has moved on.
Second and 8, Chiefs up close to the line. Rivers thought about taking a shot, didn't do it. Checks it down to Brinkley. Only gains a couple of yards as he's chased across the field by Jovan Belcher.
Well, they love this power play. They love to run this one-back power play. This time you're going to see the power pass. Watch the left guard, Tyrone Green, pull. Kansas City's playing man-to-man coverage. It didn't fool anybody. Nice job by Philip Rivers finding a check down. Another key third down is 6. And Kansas City is in full substitution mode on defense. They brought in every one of their pass rush specialists. Keep an eye at the top of the screen on number 50. Their third-round draft choice, Justin Houston. He showed some good pass rush in the last couple of weeks.
Rookie from Georgia looks like he's ready to prowl. Erased by McNeil as Rivers throws incomplete for Creighton. The underneath coverage by Javier Arenas.
Javier Arenas in perfect position to defend that route. You've got a safety over the top. He undercuts the route, bats it down. That's playing the defense call. Don't be a hero. Do what you're supposed to do. You'll see Antonio Gates right here. This is how you stop Antonio Gates. That bullseye defense. Don't let him get off the line clean. Here's the play by Javier Arenas. That is well done, understanding your defense and how to play it.
Nick Novak from 44. That one leaking right just sneaks inside the upright and is good. Second 44-yard field goal. Chiefs have been inside the 34 5 times tonight. The Chargers, I should say. Only 6 points. To Philadelphia next Monday night. How open were the Eagles last night? I mean, guys were running free against that Dallas defense. Philadelphia blew out the Cowboys. And now Urlacher, Briggs, Peppers, and the Chicago Bears take on Michael Vick. Monday Night Football from the Link. 7 Eastern Monday Night Countdown. We kick it off 8:30 Eastern Time.
Mike, they're open because they're fast.
Their speed is eye-popping.
Look out.
From the goal line, Dexter McCluster. Try to run through Steve Gregory and Curtis Brinkley. Tackle made 21-yard line. See if the Arrowhead atmosphere and Matt Castle can combine for a drive here in the third. When they renovated Arrowhead Stadium, they added a fabulous Chiefs Hall of Fame. And when you spend a minute or two in there or through the history books or online, you look at the names and the impact that they've had on the game. Guys like Otis Taylor, Hank Stram, the winning coach, Super Bowl IV. The one kicker in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, Jan Stenerud. Lenny Dawson, who we saw at the very beginning of our show, and the founder of this franchise, Lamar Hunt, who passed away in 2006. Original AFL, the Foolish Club that they all put together. And now Clark Hunt, his son, one of his 4 children, is the chairman of this team, sitting with former Chiefs and Chargers head coach Marty Schottenheimer here tonight up to one of the luxury boxes. This is alumni weekend. So many of the Chiefs came back. They put Kevin Ross in their honor roll, and what a job they do with their former players in Kansas City.
I played with Rockman Kevin Ross. What a terrific football player. Deserves to be in that honor roll here in Kansas City. Congratulations, Kevin.
Good to see Marty here as well. KC with Castle taking a sideline shot. Baldwin went up high. Rookie couldn't get it, and it was incomplete. Made a big catch earlier for the only touchdown of the game.
Yeah, I like the aggressive call by the Chiefs. It was that stutter go. You think you're going to run the out, you'll see it right here. And all of a sudden he takes off down the field. Once again, the ball on the hands of John Baldwin. Got to come down with those. Got to help the quarterback. Castle's only hit 1 out of his last 7 passes. But sometimes you got to make those big, tough catches when you're a big, tall wide receiver and the ball hits your hands. Castle not happy with the result of that.
Had to direct the rookie Baldwin there. We have a false start
False
penalty.
start, number 85. Offense, 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
It's on the tight end, Jake O'Connell.
You know, you look out there in that Charger huddle on defense, there's a lot of new Chargers.
Yes.
I mean, we just saw Marcus Gilchrist out there make a play. Here's Darrell Gamble, an outside linebacker who's a rookie free agent, wasn't drafted out of Georgia. I see Travis LeBoy, Takeo Spikes, Corey Leggett. I mean, there's 6 or 7 Chargers that weren't even here last year.
Big overhaul on this side. Of course, their coordinator, Ron Rivera, now the head coach of Carolina. Castle throwing middle, deflected, and it is intercepted by Eric Weddle. He and Spikes were trying to catch it. Weddle's got it, and San Diego's got it at the 29-yard line of Kansas City.
Zone blitz. And Castle throws the ball into tight coverage. Tip passes in the middle of the field. Usually bad things happen. Let's take a look at Baldwin. Ran this play earlier. There's Marcus Gilchrist once again around the football. Spikes. And there's Eric Weddle, who's one rich safety. He had a huge deal in the offseason. Makes a lot of plays for the Chargers in the back end.
Signed a 5-year, $40 million deal, $19 million of it guaranteed. And he's paying off 4 picks already this year, second in as many games. San Diego's been down this way a lot, and they don't have a lot to show for it. Ryan Matthews runs right. The 25-yard line. The gain of a couple.
Once again, a nice play by Brandon Flowers in run support, but I have to wonder, where is Ryan Matthews? Oh, he did carry that. I thought that was Brinkley. That's what happens when you get old, Mike. That's why we need that super slow-mo. Important San Diego, who's had great field position to start a number of drives tonight, capitalizes. This red zone offense has been very humbling to Norv Turner and Phillip Rivers. They're usually much better down here.
How about another flag? This will be number 11.
False start, number 73, offense. 5-yard penalty, second down.
And virtually half of them on McNeil. Those mistakes on top of these mistakes in the red area. The opportunity for Patrick Creighton, offensive pass interference, backed them up. Ryan Matthews on a drive, put it on the ground, recovered by Kansas City. And this one, hard to call this a mistake. It was back and forth with John McGraw and Gates. Penalty could have gone either way or no call, and it was called against Gates, erasing what would have been the first San Diego touchdown. Second and 12, Rivers got it out quick. Got it to Gates at the 24-yard line, so they get the penalty yard plus 1 back.
Well, that's what you have to do in a situation like that. Don't be greedy. Don't force the throw. You're in field goal range. Get half of it back. Now put yourself in a manageable position on third down. You're right at that 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6. Good chance for man coverage here by the defense. This is when you start to look for the back out of the backfield, Ryan Matthews. You're probably going to get double coverage on Antonio Gates.
Rivers, incomplete. Richard Goodman, the wide receiver that they went to.
Well, that's where Rivers has to go. Romeo Crennel has taken away the best thing that you do in the red zone. Antonio Gates, they have him viced. I mean, he's got a double vice. You see it before the ball snap. Romeo Crennel is going to make Phillip Rivers throw the ball to number 15, Richard Goodman, who's an undrafted free agent. That's what I love about Romeo Crennel. He'll take away what you do best, beat me with something else.
And Romeo's on that Bill Belichick coaching staff for a lot of years. Use that bullseye attack. Take away your great player. That's what they do.
Novak from 42. You got a 44, a 44 to 42. Hanging in there, Kansas City. The lead down to 4. Halloween night. Working towards a full moon here. A few days away in Kansas City. It's 13-9 Chiefs. on top of the Chargers. 104th time these AFC West rivals have gone head-to-head. Norv Turner and Phillip Rivers trying to get the answer on offense.
Ooh.
6 times the Chargers have been inside the Kansas City 34-yard line tonight. 6 times. And only 3 field goals.
Well, the Chiefs offense better get it going as well.
Over line drive, not a lot of hang time. McCluster brings it out to 7 deep. And he's brought down at the 26-yard line.
Well, Romeo Crennel is playing 3-on-2 up here. He's saying we're not throwing the ball there. They are doubling Antonio Gates. They are going to force Phillip Rivers to throw the ball against their best corner, Brandon Flowers. And you better get somebody that can beat Flowers. And Richard Goodman's not going to do it. But Romeo Crennel takes away option number 1. That would be Gates. And he's playing man-to-man underneath at the top of the screen, and he's forcing you to throw the ball to your young third receiver. Guy's a heck of a football coach.
Been on the staff of 5 Super Bowl champs. Dexter McCluster's the back, dancing and not going anywhere.
Well, this is the guy that you'd like to see get going for the Kansas City Chiefs, Dexter McCluster. He's kind of that guy that has the quickness and the speed that can make the big play, but he's just not getting any space to run in. Sometimes a guy like that, you got to get him a pass. Use him in the screen game. Line him up outside of the backfield, but get him the ball with no one around him. He'll make people miss.
Niles Diggs did not miss there. One of those new faces this year on the San Diego defense. After the loss of 4, Castle in trouble. Cam Thomas has him. And a sack, and nothing going on for the Chiefs offense the last half dozen drives.
That's called a power rush. He just engulfs. I think Cam Thomas is going to come right over Lilja here, right over that left side. He just walked Jake O'Donnell. He took Jake O'Donnell for a walk.
Well, if you look at this Chiefs offensive line, that's their problem up front. They're the lightest offensive line in the NFL at 303 pounds, and their 3 interior guys get pushed backwards.
Chiefs only have 150 yards of total offense here tonight. 3rd and 22. Good catch on the low snap by the former baseball player, Castle. Rest in the catch. And San Diego's defense has stepped up its play in this 3rd quarter. And the Chiefs fans on their offense.
And Antoine Cason's not returning this punt. He's had enough struggles in the last couple weeks. Here comes Patrick Creighton. If San Diego continues to get this kind of field position, I just get the feeling sooner or later Phillip Rivers will knock you out.
Dustin Colquitt kicking from zone 17. What a shot this is. 61 yards. Creighton took it at the 22. Brought it back to the 38-yard line. Corey Greenwood out of Concordia College. David Jackson. Phillip Rivers been a frustrating night for the San Diego offense. They're only down 4. Somewhere between good defense and poor offense, we're at 13-9 Kansas City. Hard to say. One side of the ball's been dominant. We can say the offenses have struggled. Tight game as the division leads on the line here in the AFC West. A lot of incomplete-looking teams in the AFC, and these are 2 of them. Rivers throwing seam off the hands of McMichael. And incomplete. Randy McMichael tried to make that grab. Guys, we're so used to seeing San Diego score points and score points. Consider that if you go back to 1950 and take the quarterbacks who started at least 50 games, Rivers has put up his team's 27.7 points per game. That's the most. He, Aaron Rodgers, and then you go back to black and white photos, Norm Van Brocklin and Otto Graham. So it's been odd to watch the San Diego offense, especially the last 5 quarters, stumble.
Yeah, lack of familiarity, Mike. That's been their problem right now. A lot of injuries have set this offense back.
2nd and 10. A Rivers throw, and there goes Malcolm Floyd with a head of steam. Floyd to the 30. A sharp cut back, and Floyd gets it to the 24-yard line. A pickup of 37 yards.
Real nice job by the Chargers offensive line. It's a quick slant. Normally the ball's out in a 3-step drop, but Phillips holds the ball for the second window, allows Malcolm Floyd to clear the safety, McGraw, and he takes it up the field. This is nice. First window covered, second window open, put it out of numbers, yards after the catch.
Takes Floyd over 100 yards for the night. Again, the Chargers down in this area between the 35 and the 20. Ryan Matthews left, up the pulling block from Jeremy Clary. First down to the 10-yard line.
I like that call right there. The Chiefs are in a dime defense, meaning they have one linebacker. And John McGraw is a defensive back, and he's playing linebacker in this dime defense. Run the ball right at him and let Ryan Matthews go to work. Excellent call by the Chargers. Let's see if they can bang this in. First and goal.
Hey, John, how about that block by Jeremy Clary on Derek Johnson? That was super.
Matthews, very slow developing, lethargic looking play, got nothing. Justin Houston and Gordon again the tackle.
No gain on the play. Second and goal from the 9-yard line.
This is an area where we've said San Diego has struggled. A big reason for that is the injuries to all these skilled receivers. Not only do they miss time on game day, they don't practice. And this is the area of the field that needs the most rehearsal.
Again, Gates with full attention. In the tight slot to the right. Who's going to get open for Rivers? Keeping it alive, throwing it away.
Once again, Antonio Gates with the double vice treatment. They have him in and out with two defensive backs, and once he goes inside, McGraw has him, then Daniels frees up. You have to wonder how healthy is Antonio Gates, Jaws. I know he's had that lingering foot problem for well over a year, but somebody on the San Diego Charger offense has to beat man-to-man coverage. Kansas City has the advantage now, though, with third down and goal. Romeo Crennel loves to play maximum zone coverages here.
Watch the play clock. Off in time, they say. Rivers. Flag down. Flag is thrown right where Rivers was. Phillip was sprinting out, barking at the official for a call.
Looked like Marcus McNeil tackled Ali.
Holding, number 66, offense. The penalty is declined. Fourth down.
Going to get Clary, and it will be yet another field goal attempt for Nick Novak.
Well, that's what Romeo Crennel does. You don't know what he has in store for you on third down. I think that time they just rushed 3. You're going to see a maximum zone coverage. They did bring 4, but it's too deep. Combination coverage underneath. And they're working Antonio Gates right out of this football game with double coverage.
You know, the Chargers have struggled all season long in this area of the field. Not only tonight, they've averaged only 2 yards a play in the red zone all season long. That's 30th in the NFL.
Novak from 26. It's a 1-point game, 13-12. So that's 7 times inside the 35 and 4 field goals as the players do not separate after the kick.
This is an old school AFC Western tilt right here.
One-point game. We mentioned Rivers was chasing after the official on the side. Thought his receiver wasn't getting open because he was being held on to.
I think he's grabbing his shirt saying he was held.
Phillips got that fire and that passion. He's a very religious guy, and he says it's never nasty in terms of language. It's backyard competition. These are his words. And you'll ask other players, and they don't call him a dirty guy, but he really gets involved emotionally. He's about to turn 30, the father of 6, And he says, I get my kids out in the backyard. They're 9 and 7 and 5. And I'm competing. I'm all excited with them. And I said, wait, aren't your oldest kids girls? He said, oh, yeah, sure. And he talks about his youngest, his boy is about 3 and a half or 4. And he's up there, Dad, can we watch a football game? And he said, where were we on the couch Wednesday night watching UConn play Pitt in a college game? So he's the son of a coach. His brother's a freshman redshirting quarterback at LSU. The football family that Rivers playing.
Well, Mike, I always look forward to we get a Chargers game and meeting with Phillip Rivers. He has just a passion, a love for the game that, I mean, you talk to him, man, he just gets you fired up about playing football and about the game. He is a fierce competitor.
His teams had the better of play this second and third quarter. They trail by 1, and here comes McCluster. Up to the 26-yard line. Chargers are 4-2. The Raiders are off. They're 4-3. They were shut out at home by Kansas City last week. The Chiefs started 0-3 trying to tie it. You lived some of these AFC West head-to-heads during your years in Oakland.
Yeah, and the West is going to come right down to the wire, but the division is up for grabs. Somebody's got to grab a hold of it and choke it. Quit talking about Tim Tebow and the 2-5 Broncos.
Relax, John.
Chargers,
Relax.
Chiefs, Raiders. Somebody's got to take control of this division.
Toss to Battle. He runs left to the 33-yard line. That's a good positive play for Kansas City. Been few and far between tonight. North Turner at 4-2 is the best start they've had under North. We know this team, like Philadelphia, strong finishers. On the other side, when they lost in San Diego, Todd Haley didn't shave. He's been growing a beard ever since. He's approaching Dan Fouts beard territory now. A very superstitious guy as his team's on a 3-game roll.
How about that hat? He's been wearing that for about 3 years, I think.
Castle eludes a sack, throws complete to his tight end, and Leonard Pope gets a first down. And the fans haven't seen that in a while.
Yeah, they're fired up now. Boy, it's been a long time since the Chiefs have had a positive play here to get this crowd back in the ball game. This offense, I know it's Halloween, but it seems like they went trick-or-treating for about a quarter and a half.
It's just good playmaking by Matt Castle. Travis LeBoy unblocked right in his face. Good composure, nice accurate throw by Castle.
It was just the second first down for Kansas City since the first quarter. LaRon McClain is the lone back now. Castle using the middle of the field to the 49-yard line. Shaquille Spikes tackles Jonathan Baldwin as we get to the end of the third quarter.
Well, San Diego has accomplished their mission. They have stopped the Chiefs from running the football for 3 quarters. They are going to make Matt Castle deliver a victory in this fourth quarter. 2 big completions to end the third.
Off we go to the fourth quarter at Arrowhead. Kansas City by 1. Fourth quarter here in Kansas City. Chiefs 13, Chargers 12. Chiefs have Denver and Miami here at Arrowhead next 2 games. So very important opportunity to get a leg up. Flea flicker this time. They can complete the pass back to Castle, who throws to McClain. And all that for 3 yards.
That is a gutsy call, and Todd Haley's known for that. The old-fashioned wham flea flicker. McClain comes in. They try to sell a little wham pass. Battle throws it back a little high to Castle, who outlets it. Wow, gutsy call. And every one of these gadget plays that Todd Haley calls, they are researched, they're tested on the practice field, and he uses reliable ball handlers that he trusts.
Short yardage here, 3rd and a couple. Going to throw for it. Got a good block to buy Castle some time. Going to use that athleticism to get the first down.
That is their first rushing first down of the game, Mike.
Matt Castle's a winner. He's making plays that are just winners. Watch the left guard pull. Listen to this. That's called clearing the way for your quarterback. Heads up football by Matt Castle. That kid really takes care of the football. It's a real good trait to have, not turning the ball over at the quarterback position.
Ryan Lilja, credit for that block, the former Colts. Jackie Battle got a seam. Jackie Battle Got a first down up at the 30-yard line. So an 11-yard run for Jackie Battle, who only had 41 carries in his first 3+ years here with the Chiefs. And then because of the injury to Jamal Charles, torn ACL week 2 in Detroit, Battle has stepped into the opportunity, ran for 119 yards against the Colts, and has nearly 200 yards in the 2 games before this one.
That's a good play call for Jackie Battle. Get him going downhill. He's a power runner, well executed.
The first down throw, Castle. Dwayne Bowe giving about 7 yards.
That's very nice by Matt Castle. This is a progression play. He's going to work this thing right to left. Watch Castle's eyes as he scans to the right of the screen for Steve Breaston, number 15. Not there. Then he looks for Pope. He gets all the way back to his outlet receiver, Dwayne Bowe. Good football.
Looks like a cramp for Quentin Jammer. The Chargers' best corners down. Timeout.
ESPN's Monday Night Football is brought to you by GMC. Enter the Never Say Never sweepstakes for a chance to win a GMC Sierra Denali at gmc.com/NFL and NFLshop.com. Find the perfect gift for everyone at the official store of the NFL.
Halloween here, Kansas City, Missouri. Trick-or-treaters, bunch of costumes here tonight.
Wow.
Chiefs second down at the 24. Battle toss left. McLean got a block. Battle got the edge. Jackie Battle gets a first down, Kansas City, before Donald Butler could hit him.
And with Quentin Jammer out of the game, Antoine Cason has returned at right corner. Good finish by Battle to get the first down, but Kansas City loves to run the ball in these first and second and normal situations. And if they jump into an 8-man front, trust me, they're going to throw the ball to Dwayne Bowe at the top of the screen against Antoine Cason.
Cason victimized for 3 touchdowns, Plexico Burress last week. Battle runs 15, 10, 5 to the goal line and in. Chiefs touchdown.
Wow, that is how you run the football.
That's what the Chiefs like to do. Power run the football. Get the pads of Jackie Battle, parallel the line of scrimmage. Here comes the power right there. McLean with a nice kick out block. Another the green grass to the end zone for Jackie Battle. Good stiff arm.
Oh, it's an 8-man front, Jaws.
By rule, every score reviewed, as you know, may have been short with that knee down as he's stretching out right there. It would look to be just short of the goal line from this angle, but that's not the look right down the line. As you know, automatic review on every score, so they'll look at it to see if Battle is in or not. We think it's not going to be 19-12. We think that'll be 13-12. And first and goal at the 1-yard line. You'll get a look at the replays down the line as Battle is hit by Weddle. Knee comes down. Ball is at the 1. Alberto Riveron, our
The ruling
referee.
on the field will be reversed. The player's knee was down prior to putting the ball across the goal line. The ball will be placed on the 1-yard line.
And that's correct. So that's a new rule. Pays a dividend there for the Chargers. But it's first and goal at the 1, and then this drive, it seems like it's a different Kansas City offense. They've run the ball very well.
No doubt about it. And San Diego plays very good goal line defense. This will be a challenge right here. Great time for a play pass from Matt Castle. You're going to see every one of these Chargers cover up an offensive lineman, try to free up Takeo Spikes, Niall Diggs to make a play.
Extra offensive lineman, Kansas City, Jared Gaither in a tackle close to you. He's reported eligible. Over the top Battle, he's in. Now it's a Battle touchdown for Kansas City.
Wow. The lead launch, we used to call it. You got a tailback with a fullback leading the way. You get him towards the line of scrimmage and you let him launch. And Jackie Battle is showing us a lot here in the fourth quarter. Watch him press it to the line of scrimmage and then leave his feet. Like he was going in to dunk it.
Yeah, be careful with that football. Those linebackers like to leap in conjunction with your leap. And then you got a problem. No Charger linebackers were there.
5 carries, 42 yards, and the touchdown for Battle. And a free kick, whistle, and flag.
False start, number 73, offense. 5-yard penalty, free kick.
Chiefs had gone multiple drives without anything. 3 in a punt, 3 in a pick, 3 in a punt in that second half until that 10-play, 74-yard drive. It backs up, suck up. It still makes the extra point, and it's still a one-possession game. The lead is 8. Jackie Battle's got his first touchdown of the year. 3rd of his career. A little greeting on the window there, the hotel for the Chiefs. 8 miles away in downtown Kansas City. And here at Arrowhead, it is 20-12 on this Halloween night. 6th time we've had a Monday Night Football game on Halloween. Last one back in 2005. Richard Goodman awaits. Good hang time, deep kick, touchback. Last drive, Jackie Battle, very big.
Jackie Battle in a 2-back set with LaRon McClain leading him on a toss play. Get north and south and finish. Another toss play behind McClain. Cut it up and finish. Move the pile. And a counter play. Bang, bang, football to 1st and goal on the 1. Then it's a reverse pivot alley-oop dunk. Touchdown Chiefs. How many free agent undrafted running backs are exploding this year? Fred Jackson of the Bills, Ben Jarvis, Green Ellis, LeGarrette Blount, Arian Foster. Heck, I had lunch with Priest Holmes today. He wasn't even drafted.
He looks like he could still play.
Chargers take over from their own 20, and a Rivers sideline shot too tall for Vincent Jackson. Brandon Flowers is over there, and they were hoping tonight to take advantage of that 8-inch size difference between the corner and the receiver, and they really haven't.
And they really haven't. It was an uncharacteristic high throw from Phillip Rivers. Vincent Jackson's going to win on the route. He pushes Brandon Flowers, comes out the break, he's open. Phillip just overthrew him.
That's usually a slam dunk for this Charger offense. I've seen those guys complete that ball in their sleep. San Diego is off. They are off. All this injury, all this inactivity, killing this offense.
Chiefs rush 4. Rivers avoids the sack. Keeps the play alive. Now throws back, and it's caught by Patrick Creighton. Coming across the field to the 38-yard line. What a job by Rivers to keep it alive, and Creighton to work with his quarterback.
Yeah, it was all Phillip Rivers, Mike. I mean, you thought he was going to get sacked. He used his strength there, a 6'5", 228-pound frame. Got away from the sack, got on the perimeter, and allowed his receiver, Patrick Creighton, to uncover.
And John McGraw, the safety, was played a variety of roles for Kansas City since Eric Berry went out, is shaken up on the play. Come and look at McGraw, and we'll look back at Rivers' effort.
Yeah, you can see his strength in the pocket here. You think he's going to come down, but he is big, he's strong, and he is defiant. I always like to look at a quarterback's eyes when you get on the perimeter. He's looking for someone to uncover, looking, and he throws Patrick Creighton open. Nice job of getting him away from the coverage, make the catch in space, pick up a few extra yards after the catch.
There you see the turnaround for Rivers after the very poor 2 of 8 start. A couple of interceptions, high, inaccurate.
Once again, that last play, Tom Bahali had the pressure. And he seems to be the only Kansas City Chief that can apply it. But watch what Tom Bahali does to the right tackle, number 66, Jeremy Clary. The power in Holly's body is rare.
Yeah.
And they need it from number 50, Justin Houston. They need it on the other side as well.
Donald Washington has come in to replace John McGraw at safety. as Brinkley runs inside to the 42-yard line. And a 4-yard gain for Curtis. We pointed out John McGraw and his injury coming out for Kansas City. He replaced Eric Berry, who was injured in the opener. Berry made the Pro Bowl as a rookie, first Chief to do that since Derek Thomas. That's a big loss, and now his replacement's out. And Donald Washington out of Ohio State on the field for some big snaps here in the fourth. 2nd and 6. Rivers, Halil's got him by a leg and brings him down.
This kid is special. I know why they gave him a long-term contract extension, Mike. He'll find a way to get there. He's undersized. He's not nearly as big as Marcus McNeil. Watch him go to the ground. Keep scratching, clawing. 14.5 sacks. He led the AFC last year. Pro Bowl selection. He'll be back this year. Impact play by Tamba Hali. They got to get help on Hali. He's killing the San Diego Chargers.
And McNeil's having a really bad night. First down away to the 48. Rivers flushed again. Nobody breaking free. Now down the sideline, a catch for the first down. And was he touched? Was Jackson touched? Yes, he was. Back at the first down spot in Chiefs territory at the 39.
Once again, all Philip Rivers. The Chiefs go to a pretty much prevent defense. They rush 3, dropping 8 into coverage. Rivers looking downfield. He knows he's got to buy a little time. Once again, escapes the sack, gets on the perimeter. Now just waiting for someone to uncover. Perfect job, perfect throw, allowing Vincent Jackson to uncover.
I've never even seen Rivers scramble.
They needed 13. They got 27. Todd Haley was thinking about challenging. He's going for his challenge flag. Sideline pass, feet down. No, out of bounds for Gates. And incomplete.
Once again, you just see the timing just a little bit off. You know, when you got an Antonio Gates, you know, for years they've done this, and as John said, they can do it in their sleep, but this throw is high. You can see Gates is only able to get 1 foot down. Normally you watch these guys execute this play, that ball's low and away, easy catch, stay in bounds. Just that little bit of time, that little bit of timing is off because these guys have not spent a whole lot of time together due to the injury to Antonio Gates. Practice is critical. It throws off the timing if you're not practicing.
Another whistle. Timeouts, Kansas City.
Kansas City called timeout. That is their first.
9:01 to go, fourth quarter. 8-point Chief lead.
Stuart Scott with you coming up. Sports Center, the GMC postgame show, highlights and analysis of this AFC West showdown and the hot stove lead heating up. Tony La Russa says goodbye after 33 years and a World Series championship. And CeCe re-ups with the Yankees for big bucks.
All right, Stuart, all those stories coming up. Trent Dilfer, Steve Young with Stuart after the game here in Kansas City. I love coming to this place. Great atmosphere, and it's been loud all night.
They love their football here in KC.
Out of the Chiefs timeout, 2nd and 10 for the Chargers. Corner pressure from Arenas. Rivers got Matthews. Ryan Matthews. Good move on the sideline to the 24. Justin Houston, the tackle.
Yeah, Philip Rivers, excellent vision. We don't ever talk enough about the quarterback's vision. Find people. You'll see the rush. Now he knows. Got a little zone look right there. There's a void in the defense. He finds Matthews. Easy check down. Turned into a first down.
Chiefs use a 5-man substitution from their base to their dime. A lot of different groups.
Intended the 24, play action Rivers. First look covered, he's been good, keeping plays alive this drive. Here we'll just get a yard or two. Fill the clock at 8.5. You know, San Diego always finds the end zone, always seems to score touchdowns. Look back at the numbers, and the Chargers have scored a touchdown in their last 139 regular season games. That's the longest current streak in the league. You're back to Thanksgiving weekend of 2002. predating Norv Turner in San Diego. The last time they didn't get a touchdown in a regular season game.
Not the same Charger team from what I've seen. Not as dangerous, not as exciting, and not as productive. They don't look like they're healthy to me.
And that streak is the second longest in NFL history. So Chargers used to getting in the end zone. Wheel route for Brinkley, who held on and is down at the 1. Great grab by Curtis Brinkley, first and goal.
Isn't that something? They count on Curtis Brinkley to come in and make the play of the night. They get him one-on-one against number 50, a rookie, Justin Houston. Rivers lays it in there perfectly. He looks like Darren Sproles going to get that ball. What a catch. What Curtis Brinkley, and a fine throw. Good call against man-to-man coverage. They got the matchup they wanted.
John, and yeah, the play calling is about probability, not certainty. The probability was it was man, got the call, got the completion inside the 5.
Ball rolling around there as he hit the ground from the 2 over the top. Brinkley tried to break the play, and they say touchdown before the ball comes out. And let's see if there's a clear recovery there. Because it's been ruled a touchdown on the field, you'll have an automatic review as Brinkley extended the ball and Savvy Piscatelli tried to knock it away. It is over. That's over. That's a touchdown before Piscatelli knocks it away, and it'll be a 2-point game.
I've never seen backs expose the
Wow.
football like they have tonight in the goal line. This would not be a wise challenge by the Chiefs.
It doesn't. It's a scoring play. Scoring play
Yes,
called
that's
on the
true.
field,
That's
so
true.
it doesn't
That's
matter.
Thank you, Mike.
Upstairs has it taken care of. And he has control of the ball as he extends it out with his arm there.
That's a touchdown.
Yep. And it has been confirmed upstairs it's a touchdown. So the first ever NFL catch for Brinkley and the first touchdown for Brinkley makes it 20-18, and the Chargers will go for 2.
This is where you have to be careful playing man-to-man coverage against Malcolm Floyd, and he's split like he is in this situation at the top of the screen.
League-wide average this year, 39%. 2 of every 5 are good. Chargers for the tie. Rivers. Brinkley, did he break the plane there? They say yes, and that will be automatically reviewed.
I didn't think he got in, Mike. But again, it's going to be a bang-bang instant replay challenge play, and nobody does it better than you, Mike.
And our camera, we'll have a camera angle right on that goal line. Let's take a look.
And this angle is right down the goal line, so you get a good look at it. Catch, step.
He broke the plane.
Yep, right down that line. Yep. You see it there. You see this angle as you watch the catch and the feet and controlling the ball as he tries to just stick any portion over the ball across the front of the plane. Curtis Brinkley, who's had 3 back-to-back exciting plays, may have tied the game for San Diego. And is it 20-20? Alberto Rivelon has gone on to look at the replay.
The ruling on the field is confirmed. The point after is good.
So the 2-point conversion is good, and what a stretch for Curtis Brinkley. His first ever NFL reception, followed by his first ever NFL rushing touchdown, and then the 2-point conversion. And there's a look one more time as you look with the ball piercing the front of the goal line.
All you have to do is break that plane, and the ball did.
What a great story. Ooh. Curtis Brinkley coming in the most critical of situations and delivering for the Chargers. This A.J. Smith, the general manager, finds players from anywhere. Unbelievable.
So the kickoff to Dexter McCluster from 4 yards deep. Occasionally trying to get to the outside, pull down the 18-yard line as Paul Oliver, the safety, gets over and makes the play. So Matt Castle and the Chiefs back on the field after their last drive, and it was a good drive. They went down running with Jackie Battle.
And I expect you'll see the same. You know, the foundation of the Kansas City Chiefs is the running game. They want to establish the run. They had a terrific drive the last time they had the football. I believe they'll stay with the run, but they will also take their shot.
2 tight ends and 2 backs.
18 battle left. San Diego is waiting for them to run battle again. Antonio Correa led the charge, a loss of a yard, and here's Rachel Nichols.
They're still working on Quentin Jammer here. He's had cramps since a couple series ago. They cannot get him back in the game. They're having him walk up and down the sideline. They hope they can get him back on the field.
Okay, Rachel, thank you. He's over there on the bench. So, John, if you're up in the coach's box, what would you be telling the sideline?
I'll be telling my quarterback right here, Matt Castle, that Antoine Cason's at the top of the screen. If we get a chance to go after him, let's do it. He has clearly been struggling.
Steve Preston's the receiver on that side. Coming the other way to Bo, and Dwayne's out of bounds. Yard shy of the first down.
You know, a lot of times, we said it earlier in the game, when you bring a receiver in short motion, it softens the technique of the corner, and then you break back to the outside. That's a tough route for anybody to defend, especially a rookie like Marcus Gilchrist. Good call from the Chiefs sideline.
Brings up a big third down right here. The Chiefs need to sustain this drive.
Battle coming forward and sent backwards. Tommy Harris, who had been with the Bears for 7 years, went to the Pro Bowl 3 times, got cut there, went to Indies camp and got cut, makes his second big play of this game.
I think it's going to come right off your right side. Barry Richardson never laid a glove on him. You know, Greg Manusky, the defensive coordinator of the Chargers, has a lot up his sleeve in his short yardage defensive package. That time, Kansas City blew an assignment.
68 and 61, the last 2 Dustin Colquitt punts. This one's 59. Patrick Creighton on the return, got 3 blocks and another one. Creighton to the 46, but a penalty flag down. Flag down over back by the line of scrimmage near the Chiefs bench area. Talking to Norv Turner, so it'll be on Kansas City.
You know,
ineligible player downfield by the kicking team. The 5-yard penalty will be added to the end of the run. First down, San Diego.
You know, when we talked to Phillip Rivers at the hotel about what happened at the end of that Jet game, he was very upset with himself, very upset with his teammates, and he looked at me with fire in his eyes. And I just had the feeling after he said, I'm going to make somebody pay. I think he's talking about the Chiefs. I'd be surprised if he doesn't show his best stuff in this situation.
Once again, Brinkley in at the back from the 48. Rivers, right side fire for Gates. Contacted by Flowers and incomplete. With that penalty flag back by the quarterback.
Number 73, illegal use of the hands, hands to the face. 10-yard penalty, repeat first down.
It's either 6 or 7 penalties on Marcus McNeil here tonight, the left tackle of the Chargers.
That's not good. You're going to see once again it's Tom Bahali. He's drove McNeil crazy tonight.
With a hand under the face mask as well.
Had him on his jaw.
First and 20, screen time, shotgun run time. Brinkley still in there as a single back.
Ryan Matthews standing there on the sideline right at the line of scrimmage. You see 24 at the 40-yard line over there. Screening Brinkley, 3rd catch of the night. Squirting forward for a few yards.
Well, just like we anticipated screen, the Kansas City Chiefs anticipated screen. They were watching Brinkley in the backfield, and they knew when the minute he scooted out of there, the screen was set up. Real nice job by the Chiefs defense reacting. You see Kelly Gray coming down the line, reads that screen. Here come a bunch of red jerseys and helmets to make the play.
You know, guys, look at Ryan Matthews over there. He's not holding his helmet, and that's usually a tip-off that the guy's injured. They take your helmet, you can't go in. 2nd and 18. Rivers Right side, broken up by Flowers. Man, is he having a game again this week.
We've seen some great corners this year, starting with Rivas, who wears that same number. I swear I'm looking at Rivas. Hard to cover a big body wide receiver on a deep inside breaking route. But Brandon Flowers has been a Pro Bowl defender tonight. He's done it all. He's made some impact tackles. He's challenged Floyd. He's challenged Jackson. He doesn't care who he covers.
Ryan Matthews, groin injury. Return questionable. Another nick for Ryan Matthews. Been the story of his first season and a half with the Chargers. 3rd and 18. Bringing pressure, rushing 5. Rivers throws, complete to Creighton for a first down.
Wow, they go with a blitz on 3rd and 18. They get just enough protection, and Rivers finds Creighton. Good pass rush by Tamba Hali, but Kansas City dials up a blitz, plays single coverage on 3rd and 18. And Philip Rivers makes the play of the night, if you ask me.
John, that was tremendous anticipation by Philip Rivers. He felt the pressure, got the ball out on time with accuracy. That's playing quarterback in a critical situation in the game.
On 3rd and 18, they got 19. And it's Brinkley galloping through the hole to the 31-yard line. So San Diego, Mike Tolbert out. Ryan Matthews, groin injury, return questionable. And it's Curtis Brinkley, a back with very little NFL experience. It's the first major action he's seen. Just 2 carries last year, that was it. And he's the back they have to count on in this game to try to hold on to the division lead.
Unbelievable. And they might be counting on Nick Novak, a kicker that Norv Turner just met to win the game. A lot of new Chargers playing huge roles at crunch time.
San Diego has 2 timeouts, 2:45 to go. Chargers have all 3. Again, Brinkley leaping the pile.
Looks like the galloping ghost. He just leaves his feet. He looks like he's jumping over hurdles. Back-to-back runs. Watch him leave his feet.
Halloween night, a star is being born right in front of our eyes.
Hey, Nick Hardwick to center. Nick Hardwick to center's thing. What happened there? At 2:22 left, Kansas City might not see the ball again if they're not careful here. Norv Turner is going to milk this thing all the way down to the 2-minute warning. The clocks, play clock and game clock are synced up exactly, but they can get to the 2 without a delay of game flag.
Rivers has made 3 huge plays, 2 scramble plays, and that 3rd and 18 throw, spectacular.
2 minutes to go. Game tied at 20. Remind you when we're done in Kansas City, stay tuned. GMC postgame coming up on SportsCenter. Kansas City chose not to use its timeout on this side of the 2-minute warning. It is a 20-20 game, but the Chargers have worked down into field goal range here. Kansas City looking at a situation they may not have a lot of time left on the clock. And San Diego has not been smooth offensively, but this is their 8th straight possession in Chiefs territory. Let's see, Alberto Riveron, the referee is coming over toward the sideline for something.
Why am I being paged?
Yeah, he's being paged for some reason. That's the paging system that tells you if something is confirmed or needs to be reviewed.
There is no review for the previous play. We will play football.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
I like that statement.
That's the way to go, man.
Let's play football.
Ball security's big right here. Todd Haley with 2 timeouts. Got to be ready to use him.
Receivers bunch to the left with Michael. The other tight end goes right. Brinkley with a cutback run is shy of the 20-yard line. Kansas City will take its first time out here with 1:54. They only have 1 remaining.
Play of the night, Philip Rivers. You want to see an unbelievable play. It's 3rd down and 18. And they're going to run a cross dog blitz right in his face. And number 56 is going to come second, Derek Johnson. They didn't block him. He throws the ball before the pressure gets there. Romeo Crennel had the perfect blitz call. You can say why'd they blitz. It's hard to defend Philip Rivers. Superstar quarterback, and he has really played incredible here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Norv Turner told us yesterday they needed Patrick Creighton to show up today in the most critical time. He did, but you're right. What a throw. What a throw by Philip Rivers.
2nd and 6. Brinkley's run for 6, 6, and 4 the last 3 carries. There he goes again. Getting to the edge, cutting it back. Very close to a first down. Kansas City using its final timeout at 1:48. It's 3rd and a yard, so if they can stop it, well, let's check the spot here first. We're having conversations about where it was spotted over there. The Chiefs weren't happy with the spot. Raiders watching with great interest. I want to say they're rooting for the Chiefs, but they'd be happy with the result if Kansas City won. Then we'd have a 3-way tie at 4-3.
How impressive has Curtis Brinkley been? You know, you can see the quickness he has, the lateral agility, and the sense right here to cut this back inside. Power. Put a show on tonight. Very impressive young man getting an opportunity with the injury to Ryan Matthews and taking advantage of it.
This is where Clarence Shellman, the running back coach, Norv Turner, Philip Rivers, somebody says, Curtis, you've done a great job, but protect the ball at all costs. Protect the ball.
I'll guarantee you, Philip Rivers in the huddle saying the exact same thing, John.
Got to sneak this, I think, right here, Jaws.
Chiefs have been good 3rd and 1 or 4th and 1. They've allowed 11 of 21 to be converted on the season. Run with Jacob Hester inside. Pounding forward for that first down, and they'll stop it at some point here and decide to measure. They're not helping Kansas City with the spot. It is a first down here, so sliding the chains forward and saying first down, and Kansas City cannot stop the clock at the 15. From here, it'll be a 33-yard field goal for the win for San Diego.
Reverse pivot, just a straight give up front. Hester does a nice job surging for the first down, and San Diego will try to center the ball. They'll try to put the ball exactly where Nick Novak wants to kick the game winner from.
Philip Rivers lost the ball. He lost the ball, pulling away from the center. Let's see who's got it. Somebody's got to get in there and get a look at it, because it continues. There's been no signal. What a disaster. Kansas City came out with the ball. They're still looking in the pile. It is Chiefs ball. Unbelievable.
Andy Studebaker comes out the pot with the football. Are you kidding me? Look at this.
Unbelievable. Rivers' left hand just closed there, Jaws.
Inexcusable. Game's over and they kick a field goal to potentially win it in regulation. Wow.
Unbelievable.
And then no official is in there looking at the pile, and Rivers is trying to get it. And Studebaker goes down there. The free agent out of Division III Wheaton College pulls it away. And while they're looking for who's got it, Studebaker's out the back end with it. 7th turnover of the night. No timeouts from the 16. Chiefs will run with McCluster. No gain. Can't do anything about it. And we're smelling overtime here. Norv wants to take timeout. He's going to use his 3. Absolutely, he should.
Philip Rivers on that sideline cannot believe what just happened. Thousands and thousands of snaps with Nick Hardwick. You work on him every single day, and look at this. His hand was not ready for the snap.
His left hand.
It was closed. It hit the back of his hand.
Well, you have to get pressure with that top hand, and you're right. You have to ride that center. And really in that situation, that's when you coach your backs almost to just follow the quarterback. I'm surprised they even tried to run a play in that situation. But you got to get over it. You got to spit it out, and you got to find a way to get back in this game. There's still a lot of football left to be played.
Still with a couple of timeouts, so the Chiefs will decide to throw it. Castle pitching, throwing sideline, caught by Terry Colbert, who has not seen the ball tonight. A gain of 19 to the 35-yard line.
What a gutsy call. by Bill Muir, the offensive coordinator. He says, hey, you're going to call timeout. We're going to take a shot.
That's a mistake by San Diego. You cannot let Kansas City get out of bounds. They have no timeouts left.
Now you flip it to Kansas City. You have 30 yards you need to gain and then kill the clock to get a reasonable chance at a makeable distance field goal for Ryan Succop. Dwayne Bowe in motion. And Castle looking. Throwing for Bowe at the 45. Bowe hangs on. They've got to kill the clock. They can probably kill it at about 16. They get everybody back. He got pushed over. They get no help from the official, and they'll kill it at 13. They would have been ready at 16, and then one of the Chargers pushed the Kansas City lineman down.
What a great throw by Matt Castle. And Dwayne Bowe in the middle of the field comes alive after the catch. Going to be a square in. You're going to see it coming from the left side of your screen, right side of your screen, and Bowe does a nice job rallying for another 6 or 7 yards. And right here, it's important that Kansas City works the sideline areas. Try to get a receiver deep down the sideline with someone in the flat underneath them where they got a chance for a clock stop.
They have no timeouts. Here is Castle throwing sideline for Colbert. It's intercepted by Weddle, who could not stay in bounds. And the Knights' 8th turnover comes with 6 seconds remaining in regulation.
As that ball fluttered to the sideline and Weddle picked it up, I thought he was going to go all the way. You'll see it here. Castle trying to get the ball to the sideline. He's not able to finish the throw. The ball hangs up there, and Weddle cannot stay in bounds. He had a lot of open space to run that one. You got to love the effort of the Chiefs. They tried to get the ball into that field goal range, even when they were backed up inside their 20.
Second interception for Weddle. Now, San Diego obviously will set up what looks like a Hail Mary to one of their big receivers. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if San Diego just doesn't play for overtime. They're just going to take a break and get ready for OT.
Rivers takes a knee. That was the 8th turnover of the game, the most of any game in the NFL. And these teams will play in their first overtime games of 2011. We've had a couple of other games this year with 8 turnovers. This ties that mark. And in terms of overtime for these teams, last Chargers OT regular season win 2007 at Tennessee. They did win the wild card playoff game against the Colts in January of 09. And we had a couple of overtime games with KC last year, last at Oakland in November of 2010.
This is the kind of game that if you're Phillip Rivers, you say we better win this game, because this is the kind of play, Jaws, you just never get over. It's like he just pulled away from the center. You can see the weight on the back of his heels. Maybe the snap was a bit short. Say whatever you want. Veteran center, veteran quarterback, in the most critical of situations, ball can never be on the ground.
You would never in a million years expect that to happen. The trap hand should have been open. He closed the trap hand and hit him the back of the hand, the ball on the ground. Wow.
And we'll have the coin toss here to get overtime going. It's only the 4th overtime in the NFL this year as we wrap up week 8.
Each team will have 2 timeouts. 4th quarter timing rules are in effect. All replay reviews will be upstairs. Good luck, gentlemen. Who's going to call it? He called tails. It is tails.
One of the Kansas City guys said, what do you call tails? Yes.
Yes.
All right, Rivers will get a chance at redemption in overtime when you come back. We mentioned at the very start, the Chiefs and the Chargers have played 103 times. Each team has won 51. There's been one tie, and they will go to overtime here tonight in Kansas City. These teams played in overtime on Monday Night Football back in the 90s, and Tamarick Vanover won the game with an overtime punt return, the first and only punt return touchdown to end an overtime NFL game. San Diego won the toss. Ryan Suckup kicks to Richard Goodman. On the bounce, Goodman can't put a fork in it, and the Chargers will have 80 yards to go. Now, guys, last week in New Jersey against the Jets, the Chargers ran an awful 2-minute drill. And Philip Rivers has been talking about that, and they've heard about it all week, and it's been sticking in their craw. So here they were tonight in position just to get a knee, get in the middle of the field, kick a medium-length field goal, and get on the plane to California with a happy trip. And Rivers makes another mistake in crunch time. So now he gets redemption, and we'll see how he responds.
They're going to have to do it without Ryan Matthews, without Mike Tolbert. They're going to lean on Curtis Brinkley, number 44, in this situation.
Second-year player, only played one game last year. Rivers opens with a pass. It's McMichael. It's a yard or two. That's it. And Studebaker, Andy Studebaker, who recovered the fumble that Rivers put on the ground in the last minute, makes the play.
Once again, Derek Johnson capping off. Great range from the 7th-year inside linebacker out of Texas. Plays every down and plays every week the same. Full speed, active linebacker.
The Chiefs continue to play that press, bump and run on the outside. Would not be surprised to see Philip Rivers take a shot on a quick go route.
Second and 7, pressure from Ali. He got the ball. Rivers got it back, and he'll go down. Tamba Hali off the edge with another impact play.
Well, he's forced Ryan McNeil into about 6 penalties, and he gets Jeremy Clary, the right tackle, on the right side for the second time tonight. Speed, get off, an arsenal of moves. I don't know how many sacks he has tonight, Mike.
A couple of sacks, the pressures, but those penalties which have the same impact here on the night.
And this crowd, what an advantage for the Chiefs right now on their get-off.
A 3-man rush as they run inside with Brinkley, who gets only to the 18, so Kansas City gets a 3 and out.
This Derek Johnson, I'd take him on my team in a minute. He better get some Pro Bowl votes or I'll be upset. Number 56, it doesn't matter where the ball is, 56 shows up.
And now Dexter McCluster, who last year took one back 94 yards on a punt return on Monday night against San Diego. Mike Cyphers kicking. He's second in the league in punt returns. Cyphers with the kick. What a kick by Cyphers. Under pressure, McCluster in the 25 with a spin. Looking for some blocks. Not going to get anywhere. Chargers wanted a block in the back. There is a flag finally thrown on that far side. Corey Green was trying to set that edge so McCluster could cut up.
During your return, number 93, illegal block in the back. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down.
Back-breaking penalty. Good call.
Yep.
A lot of penalties in the kicking game. That one really flips the field for Kansas City. That's not good.
So Kansas City is going to be back around its own 20. So philosophically, how do you guys think the Chiefs approach it here? First drive of OT.
Stay aggressive.
Yep.
I think you got to stay aggressive. You know, if you try to play the field position game here, I think you're going to play into the hands of the Chargers. Play to win this game, not flip the field necessarily position-wise. Be aggressive with it.
I play for a first down right here. They're going to toss the ball, I think. They want to keep this running game going.
Flip the field with a 63-yard net from the penalty. And a swing out to McCluster. Put on the brakes. Got around Travis LeBoy. Got a first down at the 31.
That's the guy I've been talking about all night, John. Get him in space. He's a satellite-type running back. You get him on the perimeter, he will make people miss. Here you go. Castle delivers the ball in stride. Get his shoulder squared. Like, now you go. Now you get a chance to get up the field. He's got quickness. He's got speed, good vision. Get him the ball.
Jackie Battle, they go back to the big back.
Dwayne Bowe, bottom of the screen. Castle going that way for Bowe off the head of Jammer, who was out for a good part of the fourth quarter with cramps, and the Chiefs wanted pass interference on Jammer.
Oh, that's just good coverage by Quentin Jammer. He crawls right up into Dwayne Bowe and plays this perfectly, pinning him into the sideline. I think it's great coverage.
I would agree with you. The crowd doesn't think so, but they're a little biased.
Well, Quentin Jammer's had a lot of PIs on him in his past. We know that. But he's one of the more daring, challenging cornerbacks in the AFC. I thought he was victimized by a terrible call last week in the Jet game. Big down by Jammer.
And now Jammer off the field here on 2nd and 10. The Castle will take one of the 2 timeouts that you get in overtime. So Chiefs down to 1 OT timeout. 3 minutes gone by in overtime. Kind of interesting trend. The home team has lost the last 9 overtime games. The first 3 played this year. Although last year on Halloween, the Chiefs also played an overtime game against the Bills, and they won it 13-10 with just seconds remaining in OT. Ryan Succop connecting on a 35-yard field goal. Kansas City called the timeout. 2nd and 10. Second possession of OT. Thomas Jones back for the Chiefs. And a Castle throw towards the rookie. Jonathan Baldwin hangs on to it. We'll see where they mark his forward progress. It's above the line, so a first down for the Chiefs at the 42.
It's about the 3rd time tonight Baldwin has lined up in a tight split, and he's run an outside breaking route from a very tight split, and they've enjoyed great success. That time a beautiful throw by Matt Castle.
Again, the second game for Jonathan Baldwin. He had 1 catch against Oakland last week and 5 here tonight. Jackie Battle got through the trash and only gets 2 yards to the 44-yard line. Donald Butler, the 3rd-round pick of 2010, made the tackle.
Well, they ran that play right into a strong safety blitz. Steve Gregory had a chance to make an impact tackle in the backfield. Chiefs are rotating backs unlike I have ever seen. McCluster, Battle, Thomas Jones, and they're still late getting it all sorted out on their end. Here comes LeRon McClain.
And poor Matt Castle. I mean, the offense looks like it's rushing, and they're not getting the formations and the personnel correctly and on time. And it's driving Castle off the deep end here tonight. Got to clean that up going forward. Castle, bring it over to McCluster. Made a man miss again. Dexter McCluster thrown out of bounds at the 42-yard line.
I'm going to tell you something. I've liked this guy for the last couple of years, and I just can't imagine they don't do more with him. Have a McCluster package. This guy has Reggie Bush-like moves when he gets out on the edge of the defense. He does have good hands. He's got the quickness. Somehow, some way, you got to figure it out. Get this guy the football. Here in overtime, he's made 2 tremendous plays to move the chains for the Chiefs.
And now Ryan Succop's field goal range is about a first down away. Chiefs at the 43. Castle back out to McCluster. This will be a 3-yard gain as he hurdles the bench.
They must be listening to us.
Well, they're using a 2 halfback set right now. That time Thomas Jones and McCluster are together in the backfield. Jones picks up the blitz. San Diego right now can ill afford to give up any more yardage because they are officially in Succop's range. Look for pressure. Man-to-man coverage at the top of the screen. Cason versus Bowe. I would not be surprised if Matt Castle doesn't look up top.
From the 40, here's a toss. Thomas Jones saw a yardage lost ahead, so he tried to survive it. Just a loss of 2 back to the 42 before third down. Here's Rachel Nichols.
Guys, Quentin Jammer has grabbed his helmet, but those cramps still causing him problems. He is massaging his right thigh. He is massaging his right shin, and he's walking up and down the sidelines. They've had him jog a few times. Still not enough to get it out. He's working it out, but he wants to be out there. Not out there yet.
All right, Rachel, from here, it's a 60-yard field goal from Succop. His longest 54. He made a 55 in college. So they need some yards to get close enough. 3rd and 9. And a move by Brandon Albert, the left tackle. Wow.
False start. Number 76, offense. 5-yard penalty, still 3rd down.
This is where Greg Minuski, the defensive coordinator of the Chargers, you'll see the false start. Got to be real careful. You don't want to play it like a normal 3rd down and extra situation and play a zone coverage and get off the field. You do not want to give up an 8 to 10 yard gain and give Succop a chance to win it.
So you have Bo up there at the top. Kaysen is giving him a cushion. There's Castle throwing across. It is caught by Breaston. Steve Breaston, first down, 30-yard line.
Matt Castle, outstanding in the pocket, understanding what the defense is doing. They probably weren't thinking about getting that first down. Get the ball to Breaston on the crossing route. Castle read it nice. You'll see him drifting back. All of a sudden, Breaston opens up. Now he gets the cross route. Now you have space. And Breaston not only gets the first down, he moves his ball a lot closer to field goal range. Nice job of the release, getting off the ball clean, making people miss, getting his ball down to the 30-yard line.
What's your approach now here at the 30 in field goal range?
I'm going to run the football right now with my big back. You've got the people in there to do it.
Again, out of the huddle late. Almost got Castle on the handoff. Donald Butler tackles the running back battle with no gain. Castle is limping back. Don't know if he cramped up or if they got his leg.
I think
Kansas City has to get the plays in early enough here. They're killing themselves with guys rushing out of the huddle.
Well, they haven't changed personnel from 1st to 2nd down, so there should be a lot of time on this particular snap, Mike, but I agree with you.
Well, you have to assume pressure right here from San Diego. Little play pass right here to the fullback in a flat is a common call.
At the 30, here's Battle running to the left to the 21-yard line. From here, the field goal is 38, 39 yards. Do you go for it and kick it on 3rd down, or do you keep trying to get the first down?
They're going to run the football, I think, again, but that's just good gap blocking by this Kansas City offensive line. Pulling the offensive guards, blocking down with big tight ends. Excellent misdirection call by the Chiefs.
Antonio Garay and the Chargers slow to get off the field. They're all out. 3rd and 1.
Set this up and kick the field goal.
Timeout San Diego. They had confusion on the defensive side.
You're looking at a 39-yard kick right here. Run it, get it in Succop's perfect position where he wants the ball. Go out and kick it.
So the Kansas City Chiefs, they lost their first 2 games by a total of 89-10. Lost to Buffalo and Detroit, and who knew then those teams were pretty good. Well, that's not the worst first 2 game losses that we've seen in NFL history. Matter of fact, the Pittsburgh Steelers had their first 2 losses of a season about 2 decades ago by an even bigger margin. Todd Haley's dad, Dick, was the personnel guy. Todd showed his team the video of that and said, guys, that team rallied to make the playoffs, so you still are very much in it. After the loss at San Diego, they've won 3 in a row, trying to make it 4 in a row here in overtime at home. 3rd and 1. Jackie Battle runs left. Got the first down at the 15-yard line.
I just go back to the Phillip Rivers fumble at the end of regulation. This might be the worst loss in Norv Turner's 14-year career. You have this game won, and you fumble the snap. It's got to be just the worst day of his life. Yeah, he said it.
Worst day ever. Worst day ever. At the 15, it's first down. 5 first downs on this drive, Kansas City. Battle right. No gain, 2nd down.
I got to tell you, if I'm Todd Haley and I've been watching this game, what happened to Phillip Rivers, I'd send my kicking team out there right now. This is a chip shot for an NFL kicker.
Remember, Suckup missed one earlier.
Bring in the veteran Thomas Jones, who picked up a blitz on that key 3rd down and 12 conversion. I'm sure they're going to have Thomas Jones center the ball for Suckup here.
Jones, middle of the field. Thomas Jones to the left side to the 11-yard line. And here comes the field goal unit for the victory.
That's what I'm talking about. Don't be messing around with these exchanges and guys ripping the ball out. Put it in your kicker's leg.
Suckup did not miss earlier. It was Novak who missed earlier. Ryan Suckup made 2 game-winning overtime field goals in each of his first couple of seasons here. Remember, Norv Turner has a timeout. If he chooses to use it to freeze the kicker, it'll be a 30-yard field goal attempt. Turner does here use the timeout.
And all the scenarios have been covered by the Kansas City Chiefs. That's why you kick it on 3rd down if it's a bad snap. Colquitt will cover it up, give Suckup another chance. But I saw Carolina miss one of these yesterday at the end of regulation.
Yes, against Minnesota.
As good as these kickers are today, pressure does funny things.
Oh, you are correct, little wise one.
Conditions are perfect. Doesn't look like the wind is a factor.
Thomas Gafford is the snapper, and Dustin Colquitt, the punter, is the holder. Exactly 1 year ago today, Ryan Suckup kicked a 35-yard field goal for an overtime win. See if he'll play the same role on Halloween a year later. Chiefs win. The kick by Suckup. Made all 3 tonight. Todd Haley's team started 0-3. The beard stays on. The sweaty hat with more sweat stains is good luck charm. Matt Castle brought him downfield with a half-dozen first downs. And Phillip Rivers takes his 28th loss as an NFL starter. And I can't imagine any of the regular season losses feel worse than this one. Rachel Nichols has the winning quarterback, Matt Castle.
All right, Matt, you guys lost your first 3 games, blown out. To come to this moment on this field, what's this like?
It was unbelievable. What an environment. What a great stadium to be at. You know what? Our guys battled all night, and we didn't know what the turnout was going to be, but you know what? We continued to battle, and it comes down to that field goal, and we win it, and now we're all tied up for first.
Take me through what is going through your mind when the Chargers fumble that snap.
Hey, I was thinking one more opportunity, you know, and before that I thought it looked a little glum for us, but at the same time, again, our guys fought, and we were able to overcome tonight.
There was a point in this game where your offense could do nothing, and you walked up and down this sideline and told your team, do not panic, we can do this. What were you thinking then about your chances in this game?
Well, I think that's what football is about, you know. It's about not panicking, it's about staying focused, and it's about still maintaining your composure even though stuff around you is going crazy. And we were able to do that tonight. It's a great example of it.
Not panicking, now you're 4-3. Got a share of the AFC West lead. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Back to you guys.
Rachel, thank you. Kansas City, San Diego, and Oakland, all 4-3. San Diego, Kansas City this year have split 3-point games, and they're both 2-1 in the division. Kansas City has winless Miami and Denver coming in here the next 2 weeks, and then we'll see them in New England on the Monday before Thanksgiving. And the Chargers, after this heartbreaking loss, here come the undefeated Packers to San Diego, and then Oakland 4 days later. What a brutal stretch for San Diego. Final score at overtime, Chiefs 23, Chargers 20. With John Gruden, Ron Jaworski, Rachel Nichols, and our great Monday Night Football team, Mike Tirico. Good night from Kansas City. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports, and SportsCenter's coming up.